Damn, dude.
Wool balls.
Yeah, you can. You totally can.
Dean was doing a little bit of pre-show adjustment. Dean, what happened, my guy?
Yeah, dude, you gotta turn your camera off, maybe mute even, depending on how tough it is.
It's
What
the
were we
1-2
adjusting?
flip.
Everything, bro.
Jesus, he was getting, dude. He was taking a CW COVID test, bro. Getting a little whiff of the gooch grease.
God.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the adult collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm sorry. I was muted. I'm Mario.
Jesus Christ.
I'm Eddie. I'm Jonathan.
I'm P. Rockzilla.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank our friends over at Water Scrapyard and 1/6 Corner for sponsoring tonight's episode of Collecting Weekly. Guys, don't forget, use code CW10 over at 1/6 Corner during our live recording and save 10% off all in-stock items. That's code CW10.
Hell yeah. We got a great show planned for you guys tonight. Honestly, one of my most anticipated releases of the year. Finally got shown. 3. That's right, 3 new Hot Toys. And we're talking about one of Dean's favorite movies of all time. Before we get into that,
P-Rockzilla's here.
That too. Before we get into that, let's kick it off with the world's favorite podcast segment.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What'd you get new this week? I didn't get anything new this week. I don't think so. So, what you guys?
Yeah. So during my travels down in SCCC this weekend, I did something stupid and did something I never thought I would get into. Picked up a couple fig pins. And shout out to Yeasty for enabling me to do this. But I felt like I had to pick up something exclusive, right? So we were around the corner. We were at the booth. Unfortunately, they didn't have anything that was really showing off over there. But I did see these. I got the R2 and 3PO SDCC exclusive fig pins. And, yeah, they're pretty cool. You know, they're all right. Let's see if I can... Yeah, it's kind of hard to show it off a little bit right here. But there's a 3PO.
Very cool.
There's the R2.
Dude, I didn't realize these were exclusives because you just showed the front in the chat. You didn't show the back. And I was like, oh, nice. I'm going to get me a set. No, I can't.
So, yeah, no, these are pretty cool. I dig them.
Are you going to keep them sealed or are you going to open them up?
No, I'm just going to keep them sealed like this. I have no reason to open them up, to be honest. They're actually a lot larger than I thought they'd be.
That's
if I'm honest. But
dude, the Fig Pin XLs are so fucking cool.
Oh, wait, this is an X? No, this is a regular.
No,
yeah, the Fig Pin XLs are amazing.
They're cooler than you think they are. It's like, oh, it's just a Fig Pin, but it's like, no, they're pretty fucking sweet.
And from my
yeah, you don't really have to open these to enjoy them. Sorry, John.
No. From my understanding, there's like a serial number you can kind of register them on the site, right? That's how it works. Like how they track them.
Yeah, they have an app, and you can make like a digital collection, which I think is really smart. It's almost like a pseudo NFT type of thing, and then people can what's called boost your account, and it gives your Fig Pin more points, because depending on like when in the run it's made, you get more points if it's an earlier serial number. Depending on if it's an artist print, which some of them are randomly artist prints, it gets more points. So like. It's I think it's a really creative branding thing that they do, and it's
looking at this now, actually looking at the back, I see even more of a reason why I don't want to open this. Take a look at the back. This it's sealed completely here, John.
Oh, those
You know, so
posters.
I do not. I don't want to break that seal. So
Can't break
it's
the
nice to have. Yeah.
It says
No,
one
not
of
try- not trying to
2000.
have
Does
that.
that mean you have number 1 of 2000 or?
You have one of 2000 made.
2000, not the actual number.
Oh, no, they don't actually number it. Okay. That's
Yeah,
still
but
pretty
if you
cool.
go on the website and scan your little QR code, it should tell you what number it actually is.
That's sweet. But you have to open it for that, so not really.
No,
there's a QR code in the back. You know,
Oh,
let's
really?
see. Let me check real quick.
Is that true?
Yeah, like you just said, you get more points if it's an early.
Yeah, but I don't think they put it in the back because then you could be
Wait, so
shopping.
Mario, are those two numbers different? Oh, wait, of course they would be different then, because they're different droids.
I think you have to actually open the pin because then it wouldn't make sense if they just exposed
that's
it
what
at
I'm
the store.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to release the pin when you sell it, otherwise it stays in your account.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
Yeah,
fucking
nothing
ordeal.
shows up. Nothing shows
It's a
up.
whole-
It's not worth
ordeal.
opening. No way.
Let's check in with the chat. We got Tukatri, Brenton, Eddie. Can someone find Toy Mafia? I'm worried he's not in the chat. Eddie Maestro, Ben Thomas, Absolute Irwin, Sean Usby, Lemur Hernandez, Pablo Meza, Equan, CC3PO, Danny Lee,
Hey, CC.
Michael Matsumoto. Go check him out on his art page. What a guy. What a legend. KJ Smith, Pablo Meza. We also have Eric Rodriguez, Boogie Manny, one of the founding fathers,
Manny.
coming in the chat. Who else do we got? I'm worried that Toy Mafia's not here. I think we should send a search party out. We also got Six Scale Mafia and Joey Dahl.
Up,
I absolutely love Lord of the Rings, but some of the Asmus is hit or miss, and we will talk about that.
Really quick, Matsumoto is
yes.
going to have a booth at LA Comic Con. I'll probably check it out when I'm there.
Dude, please get an interview, like a short
An interview.
That would be
If he's
well, you know
down
what I mean.
for
Like
it.
yeah, that'd be amazing, bro.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, he's in the chat.
Wait, show him.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
show
saying.
him.
If he's down
show him
for
the
it,
business
yeah.
card, bro. Show him the new tech
Oh,
card.
okay. I'm gonna
There
be
you
showing
go, baby.
everybody.
Dude, you'll be in the elevator, just like touching people's
Just
phones.
tap
and shit.
people's phone. You want to see a
Yeah,
magic
easy.
trick?
There we
Wapa.
go. John,
That was such a
wronged you
bummer I
last
couldn't
week.
get that earlier. That would have been useful down in
Okay,
San Diego.
well,
But
Jesus
you know,
Christ. You hate to see it. John, I wronged you last week, and we're here to make amends. You're new this week from last week.
Yeah, we talked about it a bit last week, so we'll show the pictures this week. On the left, I picked up some Switch covers that are comic themed. You had all the comic verbatim, boom, pow, all that fancy stuff just to put in the room. And on the right, we have the 1989 from back in the day, the movie promo cards, still freshly sealed. I have I had mentioned I have the full collection, but I wanted to get some of these sealed packs just to frame, and I was lucky to find someone locally selling them. Those two on the right still have the bubble gum inside, which is pretty cool.
Eat the
But,
gum,
Got a
bro.
taste.
Oh, I didn't know opening
Eat
here.
the gum,
bud.
bro.
Can't open them.
Congratulations, bro. I think Mario saw some of these at his at
Yeah.
SDCC.
Yeah, he did.
yeah, they actually had a bunch of them there. I mean, not just Batman, but all kinds of different stuff. We'll show you guys tomorrow on After Dark.
Hell yeah. Oh, speaking of which, let's plug that. Tomorrow, exclusive After Dark. Mario, Rainer, and Usby are going to share some photos and videos from SDCC. So if you guys want to check that out, you have to watch it live or join the Patreon. I had a crazy, crazy week. I got an amazing gift, Dean. Absolutely stunning gift. And I'm very fortunate, Dean. I own a Tesla now. Well, I'm owning a Tesla now.
Wait, what?
It's just a Tesla, like the electric car. Yeah.
An actual electric car, or are you talking about something else now?
Yeah, that Patreon.
Yeah,
is-
Tesla.
Right.
Look at this. Manny is Sweet Angel. Sweet Angel came to my house and he's like, hey, I got a gift for you, and he got me a Tesla Cybertruck, bro.
You got to see
And-
Manny?
I did get to see Manny. I gave him a smart card. He actually also gave me some Rocketeer comics, which I thought was very, very sweet of him. And if someone could solo cam me, look at this. So for CW, for the hosts, we sent everyone a little bit of cash to buy some holiday mugs, and my mug came in yesterday, and I fucking love it. And it's so beautiful. So that's my new this week. I think it was a pretty good week.
Can you throw something at the windshield of that Tesla? Let's see if it would.
Yeah, see what cracks.
Oh God, that was, yeah. Doing stuff live, it never works out like you think it will. And then I did get the bricks from last week that we talked about, the Bad Batch shuttle. Built it. Dean and I recorded like an hour stream of building it. I don't know if it's ever going to go public because it wasn't as entertaining of a stream as you might believe, because I struggled so much building this thing. It was an absolute nightmare.
There's a lot of dead air.
So
But
I,
isn't
that
that the
may be the
entertainment?
lost. That may be the lost episode. But yeah, when you're building like all this black Lego pieces, just stacking them on top of each other, and everything just looks the same color. It was an absolute nightmare. I got so frustrated to the point where I was like, "Fuck this model kit. I don't want to build this thing anymore." And so we ended up not finishing it on stream. Anyways, so that was my new this week. Let's get into the news, starting with Hot Toys President Loki, which is coming in at $285. There is a collector's edition that is limited to 1,500, but I don't believe it's been put up on Sideshow yet. And when this was first revealed during last After Dark, some people in the chat mentioned that it might not even be coming to North America at all through Sideshow, that those 1,500 may stay in Hong Kong. Figure-wise, I think it does look pretty good. I think Alligator Loki looks great. I think the portrait looks really solid. What I don't particularly like is the premium collector's edition bonus items. I think some of them are cool at face value, but frankly, like a $5 t-shirt, which is really all this is going to be, I don't even think you're going to be able to pick your size. A keychain, a pin, a badge, a notepad, trading cards, and stickers. Those, I mean, I think they're cool, and obviously they're exclusive to the set, but I don't really know anyone that buys a Hot Toy to get a sticker. The Lightbox, I think, is probably the most neat thing, but it doesn't match the style of any of the other ones that they've previously released, so I really don't know how to feel about it. We haven't gotten a US price yet, like I mentioned, but I think some people were calculating based on the conversion rate. I think the direct conversion was something like over $400, and I don't really think all this extra stuff gets you to that value, at least in my opinion. What do you think about it, Dean?
Yeah, like you said, a lot of the bonus stuff just seems kind of like trinkets that you could get anywhere. Like player cards and stuff. Like, it just seems kind of pointless. Although, I know John's going to touch on it. The fact that this is like a numbered thing is very cool. But if it's just me, I'm getting the regular one. Honestly, it's a good looking figure. It's a nice Loki on the shelf. Different enough from Avengers 1 and 2 that it's going to be very different. I love it. I think it's solid, dude. That face sculpt, considering Hot Toys record with like showing teeth or like a smile is not usually that good. This one's amazing. We'll have to wait and see what it looks like when it comes out. But yeah, I think this is a cool release. For me, I'm just going regular on this one.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Michael Matsumoto says, hey, CW crew, Mrs. Matsumoto will be in LA Comic-Con at table F32 on my behalf. If any of you or the community will be at the show, please come by and say hello. Sorry about that, Mario.
No worries. Cool. No, it's good to know. Yeah, I thought I saw something how 800 pieces were like allocated to, I think, for Secret Base or something like that out of the 1,500. Could be wrong on that, but I'm just looking at their page and it says something about the number 800. I'm just assuming it's just some sort of allotted lot for them. But anyway, yeah, I think we all got excited to the fact that this Loki is actually limited, like with a number and everything. I mean, John went through the roof about that, and he's really hopeful about the idea of Hot Toys possibly doing more limited runs, I guess, something like this. But after settling down a bit and looking at everything that the exclusive came with, yeah, you guys are right. Just a bunch of little trinkets that no big deal. I mean, aside from the light box, I think it was. Figure wise, it's all right. I think it's it looks exactly like what was represented in the series. Minus, I think there's one accessory here that I'm looking at that didn't actually happen. So that's kind of what the hell. But anyway, yeah. But the tailoring looks great. I like the sculpt. You guys are right. I do agree with you with the smiling face. They did. I think they did nail the overall expression and with the likeness in this piece. And I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do, or what this character actually did for the most part. Looks just like it. Yeah, Brandon says that he just can't stay. Just wanted to see if you're all fine, gentlemen, and Willow is cinematic gold. What's going on, Brandon? But yeah, no, it's a cool looking figure. For the price, what was he going for again? $285. Yeah.
$285 for the regular. Just want to update on the price. Toys Wonderland does have this up for pre-order, starting at $561.
The presidential one?
For the premium collector's edition.
What the?
That's not including shipping.
That's fine.
How much was it again? I'm sorry.
$561.
But their prices are always a little inflated.
I bet you Sideshow's going to drop it tonight.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't drop it on SDCC weekend. That seemed like a perfect exclusive to celebrate the event. But
I think it's going to be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
When did Toys Wonderland put it up? Do you know?
I just checked right now, so I imagine it was probably fairly immediate.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Eddie, what do you think, my guy?
I think it's cool. The hot toy in general, like, I think the hot toy looks really good. The premium collector edition, at first too, I was kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, they honey-dicked me. I was like, I want this figure just because it's limited, and it's like the first kind of limited thing Hot Toys was doing. And I agreed with John, and I still agree with John that this being the first of that limited thing, this one may in the future, it may be worth something because of that. So I thought that was cool, but I don't need it. I don't need this version of Loki. I don't even know why we're getting, like, everybody's doing this version of him. I don't know. He wasn't that popular in the show.
And he was only in there for like a minute.
Yeah. I love Loki as a character, and I love the head sculpt they did with him. You guys are right about the smiley face. Like, they did a really good job. So I love all that. I just don't need it. And then as far as, like, the pricing you were saying, I think the regular and the premium is overpriced. So, but, like, you know, that's where we're at now. So it is what it is, I guess. But I do like the light box. That, like you said, like, that's the coolest part of this exclusive. So, yeah.
Yeah. What you, John?
I think that they did well. Let's talk about the figure first. I think they did well on the release. The figure's nice. I do like the portrait on the previous Loki that we got. I think it's a little bit better than this, but again, it's a different kind of rendition and scene from the show. But this release is nice. The tailoring's perfect. I'm going to tell you something. That presidential exclusive one, whatever you want to call it, whatever it's called, is going to sell out like lightning. Gone. Because, okay, the stickers, I agree with everyone. What do I need stickers for? Even though stickers are good, everyone loves stickers. Look, everyone goes crazy in the Patreon for the CW. Stickers. People love CW stickers, so I get where people are coming with the stickers.
It's been up since that night, John. Just so you know, it's been up on Toys Wonderland since that night.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't check Toys Wonderland. I don't shop through those guys. But regardless, I think it's gonna if it hits Sideshow, I think it's gonna go. I don't know about Toys Wonderland, but I think Sideshow will go. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I would expect it to go. Unless we see the price tag. The price tag, it is a little steep. But at the end of the day, I think what we have to look at here is, yeah, so it's stickers. But like we said, our stickers people love. I love to collect our stickers, frame them up. I don't use them. I put them in a nice frame. I could see myself doing the same with these. But again, I wouldn't even open this if I was to pick it up. My whole thing here is this is going to sell because this is Hot Toys' first numbered limited release. Actually numbered. They've done movie promos that have a limited number, like 3,500 or this and that. But this actually has a serial number, like one of this or one of that, like a specific serial number to each figure. And I think this is like, this is going to be, hopefully, this is going to be something they're going to do with future releases. Because I think it's a great idea. And you're going to get in the best of both worlds, in my opinion. But I love this concept. I hope they stick with it in the future. Like if they do an exclusive that's a limited run and then a regular edition, love that concept. Good on them in this case. They've done a few other sketchy things this week that we're going to get into and talk about. I'll elaborate a little bit more
Oh, this is gonna be
later in the
Sketchy, you
show.
say.
I can feel the blood pressure already.
So my blood pressure's up, bro.
But love the exclusivity. What kills me, this is what kills me. Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest here. This is what kills me. I just ask people to be honest to themselves, okay? I've always been someone who said, I like exclusivity. I would like Hot Toys to do a numbered edition on a figure. And I've always gotten flack from people saying, well, no, well, I don't collect for exclusivity. This and that and this. And I don't believe Hot Toys should do that because it's not right or this. Now Hot Toys does it. And all those people that said that, you see in the chats and stuff, are happy and are going to pick this up. It's like, come on, stick to your convictions. If you're going to say one thing, don't. Everyone's entitled to their opinion and do what they want, but come on.
I didn't get it.
Just so what do you mean you don't get it?
I don't know.
No, I didn't. I think it's the like candy thing in the window. They see the thing and they're like, "Oh, I want it."
Yeah,
but I think if you give it a day, that goes away.
That's not my point. My point here is, it can go away.
Your point.
But my principle here is, don't knock someone down or don't make a comment and then flip your opinion on it, right? Because now, well, Hot Toys is doing an exclusive. Well, now I want it. It's okay. That was my whole argument the whole time was, hey, Hot Toys do an exclusive. That's just my opinion sort of thing. And I've gotten a lot. I always get flack for reissues and this and that. But that's my 2 cents. I think stick to your convictions. Don't just be a Hot Toys. What's the word I'm looking for? A Hot Toys. I'll say kiss ass.
Fanboy.
Fangirl.
Nowadays it's gonna happen.
That's the one.
Yeah,
stick to your convictions, boys and girls. P-Rock.
What do you think, P-Rock, about this piece?
No, I like the figure. I mean, the tailor. You guys all said the tailoring is perfect. The sculpt's perfect. But I agree with mostly everybody. I'll stick to the regular one. I can't display most of the stuff that comes with the exclusive one, other than the light box. So I mean, for the price, I'm not John. No offense, I'm not one of those collectors that I collect for the exclusive stuff. So
of course not. Yeah, fair.
So for me, if I got, I mean, I'm not even gonna get the figure in general, but if I got this figure, I'll get the regular one. It looks good. The tailoring is perfect.
It's probably not a problem for P-Rock, but I can't even pick the shirt size that comes with. Not that they would have my size.
Well, yeah, I don't think I don't think
one size fits all, dude.
That's just not gonna strap over my fupa, dude. Are you kidding me?
And
Yeah,
P-Rock, you're apologizing. P-Rock, you don't have to apologize, brother. I'm happy for whoever. I'm happy they have both versions. Everyone, they have a little bit of for everything, for everybody. My point is, you do what makes you happy, but don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite at the end of the day. You know, you say one thing on one end and then it flips, and you suddenly flip. Do what you love. Collect what you like, and do what you. But don't be on one side one day and then on another side another day. That's.
I mean, people have a right to change their opinions, though.
Well, of course.
No one's going to be set in stone on one thing.
But people change their opinions when it's to benefit them. That's where.
I changed my opinion on you.
Oh wow.
Well, that's your. What's your opinion worth?
Toy Mafia's in the chat.
Look at that, dude. I was worried about him, dude. I'm about to send a search
there
party.
He is, Fuzz.
Hot Toys Venom Let There Be Carnage 440 Q1 2023. To me, like, we had this chat in our Patreon chat. Eddie, I don't think you particularly agreed with me, and I think USB didn't as well. I have to feel like this is another Mando situation.
100%.
There's a lot of people in the United States that have not gotten their Venom. A lot of sweet angels in our Patreon chat. And then you put up a brand new version, $35 more, but you get that portrait, that half reveal portrait. I think the price increase warrants maybe switching that, and especially you're only waiting till Q1 2023. That's a year, supposedly, right? And I can't imagine that's going to be delayed. They have literally 95% of this figure. They already have the tools to make it. They've already made it. I don't like it. I think it's probably a combination of both the Hot Toys Venom 1 being way too late and this one, kind of being in that weird spot where they should have already announced it, and like just shipping delays I think are maybe hurting this announcement for me. But we've said this before, like obviously North American market isn't really what Hot Toys cares about. So for them, like maybe a lot of people over there already have this figure and it's not a big deal, but for me, I think it's super annoying. And I think frankly, we've seen one post already of someone selling a Venom below retail. And I think that's going to continue, a first release Venom. I think as the demand goes down for that first release and more people are trying to jump ship from the first to the second, I think you're going to have a buyer's market, and I think you're going to be able to get this figure fairly reasonably priced compared to buying it new. I know it's been on waitlist for a while, and I think the waitlist is even full, if I remember correctly. But I just don't really... I don't really like this announcement. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Now, this release does seem better than the first one. And like you said, it's only a year difference if you're still waiting on your first one. That's if they don't delay it for some other fucking movie that just comes out and they push all the releases back to accommodate that one. But, yeah, like the accessories look better. You get more, looks like more tongue, which is always nice, right, guys? You get the same fucking head sculpt that comes with the Carnage, right? It's not any different, right? Am I wrong?
You don't get the bust.
Oh, you don't get the bust. Okay.
That matters.
Well, you don't. Yeah. Well.
I mean, I guess it matters, but the head sculpt itself is no different, correct?
Yeah, same amount of tongue too.
Yeah. It's just like this is just a better figure, objectively. But someone said in the chat, who was that? If you don't want to wait for the second one and you get the first one, all you have to do is get Carnage that comes with the head sculpt. Like that's fine too. But yeah, I think this is kind of one of those Mando situations where the second one's better and it's just around the corner and you're still waiting with your dick in your hands for the first one, and it just kind of, it's very, very upsetting. It's super annoying. That being said, I want one. So I'll do what Zach says, wait for the market to kind of, because I think people are still charging like $800 for the first one on eBay. You know, because there's not a lot out there, so the market is, you know, as you pay what the sellers are asking. So I'll have to wait, but Venom's a cool figure.
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing a side by side right now between the old one and the new one, and the only difference that I see are just the little Venom heads that are at the end of his little
that
exactly.
steel pole.
I don't think the first one or this one has a sword either. I think the first one has that Venom sword.
It does have the sword.
Yeah,
the new one has the sword. Yeah.
No, but he had like a full sword that wasn't part of his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Real
quick.
Yeah. And also the Venom that's coming out is different in the arm.
The essence, bro. 6 scale review says I'm getting the Carnage, but this release was bullshit. Happy for everyone who missed out on the first time at least.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, Cuervo says I think they use the same pictures. I do think they use the same pictures. I was pulling these, and I had to double check these with the Let There Be Carnage versions.
So I said this. So I was on Will Stream, and this came up, and again, I can understand both sides of the argument. In which, look, it's cool. Like I think even John mentioned earlier that for those that missed out, you get a chance. Blah blah blah. But at the same time, there's so much other shit that still needs to be released that they've already teased us with. You know. So if anything, now I know there are some problems with the original release, right? As far as some of the paint flaking off and what have you, some of the paint damage. So hopefully this will be addressed in this release. So I mean, you know, what if it comes out and then hey, you're gonna have the same damn problems all over again. So and exactly, and this was a surprise, you know, to me, you know, if I'm honest, I honestly wasn't really expecting them to do any sort of Carnage version of this Venom. So, but at the same time, I'm surprised, but
you're not
really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's them. It's Hot Toys doing what they do. You know, I guess they took. I guess they take a look at the market, see what's going on, give like they've taken the chance to capitalize on something that's selling like around $700 to $900, I think it is on the aftermarket, and then throwing in the extra head sculpt with this piece. Cisco Mafia says that his peeled within the first 5 minutes, but it was his fault. Since then he's had it with 0 issues. So yeah, I mean there's that. So I don't know. I just don't care anymore, to be honest. I mean, so it's just like whatever. It's just whatever. If I'm honest. At least you know what? At least they didn't include the bust that comes with the Carnage.
Oh.
So I mean, okay. But it's whatever.
Hot Toys, complete savages. You know what a savage is? A pure savage company. Like I don't even know where to start. This is Beskar Mando 100%, if not even worse. If not even worse because of the turnaround time. I'm not gonna go crazy, but you know how I feel about reissues. This is not even a reissue, but this hasn't even given enough time to become a reissue. This, you know what this is? I dedicate this to all the people that when I talk about reissues, they start talking about the new collector. Oh man, Hot Toys, you know who they care about? The new collector. That's what I hear about all the time. They care, and they have to, you have a figure for 10 years, 5 years. It's a company. They have the right to do a reissue. Beautiful. You know what this figure does? Slap everyone who says that in the face. Just a straight, clean slap. Because this figure is not even out yet. It's out, but not everyone's received it. And these are new collectors dropping $500 to $800 on this figure. And look what they drop. Slap. Nice slap. Next one, pre-order. You pre-ordered this baby and paid an NRD wherever you did. Beautiful. Now you lost your NRD if you cancel it. And you want to get this one because this is the better one. Doesn't matter what you're going to say. This is going to be the one that comes with the portrait. This is going to be the one that everybody wants. Just like the Beskar Mando. Even the Beskar Mando was okay because it came with the pram, man. It came with the pram. So you're okay on that end a bit. This one just completely obliterates the other one. You pre-ordered it. If you made your payments, now you got to go to the company. Hey, I want my money back. Now you got to ask them, hey, can you refund the NRD? If it's a good company, it's your first time doing it, they'll give you the NRD back. If not, there's money burned. Just pure savagery in this situation here. So dirty. You wanted to do this? Okay, it's a bad release. What they did with the Carnage release, where they gave us the bust with his head sculpt like this, they should have gave us the Carnage portrait, Cletus Cassidy, with a bust. That's what they should have done. That still doesn't rectify the release, but it's a little bit less. It's still a wound, but without salt. This was a slap, an absolute slap, and I don't care what anyone says. That's my opinion, and I will fight it. A complete slap.
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
Who the fuck made the decision to release this motherfucking thing?
You can have a legit conversation about something and say, I don't care what anyone says. That's like, why have the conversation then?
I could say whatever the fuck I want. How about
that? No, I mean, you physically can, yeah, but then it's not a conversation.
Well, I'm stating an opinion.
So why give my points?
You don't have to give your points. Says. That's your option. That's your choice.
I'm just saying.
So you're gonna skip
Eddie? I'd like to hear your points.
I don't think it's the same as Beskar Mando. Beskar Mando it's a better paint job. It's the paint job we all wanted. This is literally the same figure with a different head sculpt that you can't get in the first one, which you don't even need to buy this figure to get and have two of the same figure. You can get the figure that goes with this figure and get the head sculpt. Nothing. If you bought the original one, nothing about this makes you have to get this. So this is not a slap in the face.
No, but it's depreciating.
And then also the turnaround for this sequel was fucking quick. 3 years. That's a quick fucking sequel. So they didn't really have a fucking choice to announce a figure. Plus, you're not even going to get this figure for at least a year and a half. At least. So, fuck. Those are all valid points. I don't even feel like I need to say shit more. It's not even close to the same thing.
The only thing here is if you got to think of the collector who dropped $500, $600, $700 bucks on the original.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
I'm saying that's
you should never spend that much on.
You shouldn't do that anyway.
I think ever since the reissue started happening, anything above
look,
$450 on a figure that's not that price is way too much.
John,
I think
it's
you're
one thing.
Get ready to play yourself.
It's one thing to spend $500, $600, $700 on like a T2 Arnie that's been out for like fucking 10 years, and you don't have a fucking choice. If you spent $500 on something that rreleased this year, you're fucking retarded.
How does that make sense? A T2 Arnie makes more sense to get reissued because it's been out 10 years.
I'm saying.
Well, he's saying that it has a value of time.
You have a good point to spend $500 on a T2 Arnie. If you spent $500 on something that released last week, what the fuck were you doing?
Well, not only that, last week. For Eddie's point, it's like if you spend that much on a figure that technically isn't sold out yet, it's still waitlist full, which is completely different than sold out. Not only that, there's a sequel that has come out with figures not announced.
So my question is, on this panel, you guys think that this is a legitimate release?
It's not legitimate, but we saw.
I don't think it's a. I think this release is hampered by the first Venom figure being so late.
This is a promo shot. This is not released.
I thought the first Venom was pushed out earlier.
What's up for pre-order?
Okay, but you can't get this figure for 2 years.
This is also a $500 figure, by the way. I don't know why you keep talking.
No, but he was saying like,
and it does have the emblem.
He was saying people that spend a significant amount of money over retail for a figure.
Yeah,
he just used 500 as an example.
I hope those people learn the lesson now. Don't
P-Rock, what do you think?
Don't spend $800 on figures that are still not even out yet completely. Like, just don't do that anymore. I hope you guys learned your lesson. I mean, I'm not getting a figure, so I'm like Mario. I'm like, it's whatever. But I do understand why people are getting upset about it. But I kind of saw it coming, so I don't know. And for me, I'm waiting for the Spider-Man to Venom with the emblem. So I know it's gonna be years from now. I'm in no rush. So to me, like Mario, it's whatever.
One thing not to forget, someone mentioned it earlier, but I mean, if you had the first version, or if you're able to get the first version, like, you will be able to enjoy that for a year plus before this one comes out. And that's the same thing we said with the Mando too. I mean, I think if you just really want a Venom and you don't care about this portrait, try to get the first one for like $350, and I think you'll be able to do that all day in the next few months.
Did they even confirm if it's gonna be improved body? It's not. Did they confirm that yet, or it's gonna be the same exact body? So the same exact figure,
the same thing.
It's the release is so quick. I don't think it'll be different. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
you know, I think that the original one is a better value considering you're getting more accessories. Along with those extra heads that are coming on off those tendrils. To be honest, and if you wanted this head sculpt, like what someone said earlier, you can get the Carnage, and at the same time, you get the bust. So Zach, you make a great point as far as if you really want this figure. If you really want to get this figure, now's the time to take advantage of the fact that the prices are dropping, because in my opinion, this is actually the better value, or the one that's out right now is a better value than the one that's going up for pre-order.
Completely agree. Especially like if you can get it for $350, you're not paying tax, and you maybe get shipping covered. Yep. Like that's a huge cost savings. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you could just pick up this head on Toy Anxiety or Monkey Depot or one of these Hong Kong sellers.
That's the thing, guys. There's a lot of collectors who don't want to do that. There's a lot of collectors who want to collect the Hot Toys, buy it from the box. Yeah, they don't want to part out. They don't want to sell. They don't want to have to diddle daddle.
You're right.
I'm with John on this one.
Like, this is, come on, guys, please. This is why Hot Toys is doing it. This is why Hot Toys is getting away with this kind of shit. This is bullshit. I'm open.
Says this is the
Maybe I'll take back what I said. Eddie, you're right. I'll be a man and I'll take back what I said. I don't think what I said was fair to say that I don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. I'll take it back because everybody's. If I'm someone who's going to fight for someone to hear my opinion, then I should do the same. But in this case here, guys, like I fight for a lot of reissues, but this one's bad, guys. This one is bad.
I agree.
This one's really bad.
It's not even a reissue.
I'm not even buying it. I'm not even interested whatsoever. I'm not even interested in this, but I got to give my opinion and how I feel about it, because I know there's people out there that, like I say, don't have kind of like a voice. And I'm lucky enough to have the voice, so I want to give the opinion because...
What? I don't even understand what the problem is, though. Explain to me what the problem is, then. You're saying you're giving... What is
it the proximity to the first release?
Voice? Yeah, what's the problem with this?
What do you mean, what's the problem with this?
What is the immediate problem that this poses against the last release? What's the problem?
The release just came out. It's basically the same figure, and you're including...
We're not getting this for 2 years.
It doesn't matter.
This is coming out in about a year and a few months.
I don't think the time frame matters, Eddie.
2023.
I don't think the time frame matters.
2023. We're at the end of We're at Q4 20. Yeah.
I really just don't think that the time frame matters.
I just want to know
what I'm arguing is people are still waiting, buddy, to receive the original one that they paid for.
They're going to be waiting for this too. It's not like shit's.
But that's not the principle. But this is a new and improved.
How is it improved?
How's it improved?
I would say it's new. I wouldn't say it's improved.
Yeah, I would say improved.
Okay, look, can I say it? You asked a question. Let me answer the question, please.
Go ahead.
How is it improved?
Yeah.
The original one, for me to get the portrait, I have to buy the Carnage. You're forcing me to buy 2 figures. So before this came out, I pre-ordered my Venom, and I pre-ordered the Carnage so I could get the Eddie Brock bust.
Was it?
And then I have both on pre-order right now. I paid both NRDs for each figure, non-refundable deposits. Let's say, depending where you ordered them. No, man, I'm giving an example.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Jesus,
you dingus.
I was like, is he going back on what he said?
I pre-ordered both, for example, NRDs. I started payment plans. I did all the things properly. I'm knees deep into this now. I haven't even gotten my Venom figure yet. Now you're showing me a Venom figure with the exact same portrait coming with it that I have to buy the Carnage to get. A new and improved. So, down the line, I want to change. I don't resell. You guys know that. Down the line, as a collector, though, people do resell. And people do buy these things and decide to later upgrade their collections and so forth. Statues, to change to statues or comics, whatever. Down the line, this is going to be the Venom to get. So this is going to be the Venom that, especially with the portrait, that's going to retain the value.
The other one has an exclusive.
The third one with the emblem's going to be the one to get. Watch.
Okay, P-Rock, you're getting too much into the future. You're going to get 4 Venoms.
We're talking about an emblem.
P-Rock, you're going to get 4 Venoms before you get that.
It's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen. Just
Let me
that's
ask
going to be
you,
the one to
so,
get.
to your first point, when the original was released, and a lot of people complain about this as well when they collect, they don't like to buy a figure that doesn't have a companion piece.
Yes.
We have the Carnage, a companion piece that comes with an accessory that makes the original figure better. So now you got one argument that it doesn't have anything to come with it to display with it. So now you can display something with it and make the figure better at the same time.
Yeah.
Is that not a good thing?
But you're making me. But if I want a Venom, no,
because you wanted to display it with something anyway.
Who said that? Who says that I want to?
No. When he's saying there are collectors out there that want the companion piece.
Yeah.
So the companion piece would be Spider-Man.
Came out. No, but this is not with Spider-Man. This has never been with Spider-Man. Neither of these movies have Spider-Man.
Well, not yet.
So there is no companion in the movie. He's with Carnage.
That's with the Goblin.
That's a companion piece. My point, I guess, that I'm trying to make is
Goblin.
My point that I'm trying to make is I think there will always be an argument, and I don't think anybody will ever be 100% happy. So I don't think it's fair to say they're shitting on you this way, they're shitting on you that way. Someone wants this, someone doesn't. It will always be that way.
John is 100% right, but Eddie is also 100% right. Like neither one of you are wrong. John is correct in the sense that if you pre-ordered this and you were invested into the first figure and you want that Eddie Brock sculpt, you're pretty much, I mean, not forced. You could wait and see if it pops up on Monkey Depot, but you're forced to pay another $400 for the Carnage that comes with it. Then you pre-order that one. You're happy as a clam. You're like, cool, I got my figures. And then bam, you're still waiting on the first release, and they're like, hey, here's a better version of the one that you pre-ordered. And you don't have to buy Carnage if you didn't want it. Maybe you're not a Carnage fan, but I need that fucking sculpt. You know what I mean? So, like, John is right there, but Eddie, you're also right. Like, no one's forcing you to buy the Carnage, but a lot of collectors like that companion piece, and it's the same figure either way, whether you got Venom or you got Carnage, or you just got Venom 2.0. You have the Eddie Brock sculpt, you have the Venom, and you have the Carnage. It's the same thing. You're both right.
One thing to remember also is, if you still have this on pre-order, you usually don't lose your NRD when a figure is this late. You can usually request it to be refunded, and
That's
especially
true.
if you're going to put it right back into like this Venom, you really wouldn't be out of any money. Let's put an in cap on it. We can bring this up maybe on After Dark. Spider-Man, the movie promo battling version. They've done these a few times with different movies, cap battling, different special releases. A little pricey, $345 Q1 2023. I imagine a bulk majority of that price is this huge base. I don't hate it. I don't really know how to feel about this. I think they have that half portrait that they showed on the integrated suit a few weeks ago. They're giving you the cube there from Doctor Strange. I do like the base. I think it's a base that, you could put a Venom on this base. You could put a Batman on this base. You could put almost anything on this base. There's not really a genre-specific character this base can go for. And I've said it for a while, but I think companies, third party in particular, should be focusing on diorama bases like this, where you can basically put whatever you want on it. But God, $345. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and like I said, it comes out Q1 2023. We don't know how much this suit's going to be featured in the movie, and I think that was a big issue with the black and gold suit, which we'll talk about in a bit, and then also all the new suits that are going out for pre-order. But these typically sell really well, so it's hard for me to recommend waiting until the movie comes out for something like this, because the Cap movie promo from Civil War is a very expensive figure. And it's very sought after. And I just really don't know how to feel about this figure, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I'm super fucking annoyed at how much I want this. I don't like black and red Spidey. I like the tech suit, the Stark suit, if you will, from Homecoming. And that's the only Spider-Man I've really ever wanted or needed in my collection. But I'll be damned if this isn't a fucking amazing figure. There's a lot of Spider-Mans coming out. This one, not only does it come with bits for Spider-Man 3, Far From Home, or No Way Home, but you could futz this with your Mysterio and have the end
100%.
for No Way Home. It comes with the closed eyes where he does his Peter tingle. Fucking amazing. That would be a cool figure to have on the shelf. This thing is fucking incredible. I think it's too much money. I think it's a better No Way Home only because it's battle damaged. Because really, he puts that suit on and immediately gets fucked up. It's not like he's in the movie wearing that suit the whole time and he's all hunky-dory. So I think this is a better version. I really want it, but I don't think I'm going to get it. That's just too much for the base.
Dean, check private chat, please.
Brandon is asking if this is a reissue. Yes and no. I honestly, I want to say no just because of the extras that they're putting in with it. That they're labeling this as a battling version. You're getting the unmasked or the half masked portrait, and you're getting this base along with the other box accessory that we really don't know what it is yet. There's rumors out there what it's supposed to be, but we really don't know yet. So I don't think this is really warranted as to be labeled a reissue, in my opinion.
Mark a repaint.
2.0 possibly. Far from Death Star mentioned a reissue 2.0, maybe. But yeah, that being said, Zach, you're right. These movie promo pieces do tend to go pretty quick, considering that they're usually limited. Now, the last Spider-Man movie they went ahead and did the tech suit, which that basically was a reissue, but it was stripped down from all of the other accessories that came with, I think the deluxe set or something like that. But this one is nice. Dean didn't like these colors. I do, and I'm a fan of the black and red. To me, it's kind of reminiscent of Miles in a sense. And
that's why I don't like it. Let Miles be Miles and Peter.
I hear you. No, I hear you, man. But I mean, it's I'm not gonna lie, this figure is also tempting as well, because I currently do not have any Spider-Man in the collection right now. And the only one that I plan on having is the one that I have in pre-order, which is the Miles from the Spider-Verse. And I think I'll be okay with just that as the only representation, as to where I don't think this will really fit in any of the displays that I have planned out for. $345, yeah, it's a bit steep, but I think it's warranted for the base because, like Zach mentioned earlier, it is fairly universal. You can display it with any other figures in your collection, and it'll still look really good. But one of the things that I don't like, they give us this great looking base, right? But at the same time, why can't they include like a standard base as well? What if we don't want to use this base because of not everybody has the room to display something this large? So why not just throw in a standard base that comes with all of your other figures as well? You know what I mean? I've always had that graph for the longest time.
They used to.
I really wish that they would do that.
Yeah.
They did a couple times.
Yeah.
But if they made that more of a thing, I would really I could appreciate that, if they start doing that. But right now they're not, so it's like again, whatever. But it's a nice. I think this is a nice figure nonetheless, and I do like that it is a movie promo edition as well. So, so yeah.
I would have liked to see. Like I agree with you, Mario. I'm with you with the colors. I like the colors of the suit. This suit, looking at the photos that they've put up, looks like it's a forgiving material. The red looks like it's, I don't know what kind of material they use, but it looks like you could get them into some poses. I don't know. I'm looking at the waist, and those wrinkles are making me a little, but I don't know. It looks like you won't have an issue. But regardless of that, the battle damage looks good. Portrait looks great. What I would have liked to see them do with this is kind of do what they did with Loki. This is a movie promo edition. Have some exclusivity to it. Number it. I think that this was a missed opportunity to continue what they're doing with that Loki. If that's something they're looking to continue down the line, I would have done it with this release. Because it does say here that it's a promo, and this amazing figure will be available in select markets only as well. So there is some sort of exclusivity, but there's no number tied to it. But overall as a figure, yeah, it's a nice figure. I like the original release. I like the original base. You get Doc Ock, the Tentacle, and the Goblin. Right, Zach? Goblin?
Yeah, Goblin.
Haha.
But
Dude, we were going wild in the chat today.
Jeez, the savages. I like I would go the original release. Get this damn thing numbered, man. Give us a little, because even back in the day when they did the Iron Man, when they did the Iron Man movie promo, that was like limited to 3,500. They gave us the actual number too.
But they weren't really serialized though, dude. So it's like,
Okay, you don't have to. Okay, but you're starting with that Loki. You're starting something, an exclusivity. You're starting it. Continue with it. Make everybody happy. You'll be happy because you get the original Spidey. But if you want the movie promo, you're gonna be on your toes to order it. Why not?
Let me ask you guys a question real quick.
What happened to my cat?
I don't know. There's a cat.
What is that? Is a cat you scream?
No, that's the. Hold on. That's the
kitty.
Okay, Dean, what were you saying?
This movie promo Spider-Man. Do you think that the mask portrait is sculpted or if it's cloth? Because I don't see the little nub. Now it could be edited out.
That's sculpted.
Wait, time out. You think the half unmasked or the masked?
The half mask.
No, the half mask is definitely sculpted.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking if you think the full mask is sculpted.
No, it's fabric. 100%.
Is it? It says that,
yes.
or
That's my opinion. That I think it's 100% fabric.
I think that's sculpted. Honestly,
it looks sculpted to me.
The other ones are sculpted, aren't they?
The new.
I mean, Hot Toys has edited their photos in the past.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It could be, but
let's look it up.
Because even all the other Spider-Man, the video game ones, those are all sculpted head sculpts, and they're doing a really good job color matching. So I'm wondering if they're going to finally move over to that for these.
He should have had a little more battle damage other than just the little brown spots everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's actually similar, P-Rock, to the Civil War battling cap.
Mm-hmm.
The weathering was there, but it did look very. It doesn't come across as much in person. You know what I mean? So it does look a little bit minimal.
Yeah.
Eddie, what do you think
like
about
laundry
this?
day.
I think it's cool for people that I know. People always ask for, more battle damage, more weathering. So I think to have an option for that is really cool. I don't see it as a reissue or like a second or whatever. I think it's either battle damage or non-battle damage. That's all I see it as to me, because I personally don't like a lot of weathering. I like the figure to be like a clean look. And then the base I like actually more on this one than the Doc Ock base. That one's, I like all of the little cameos in there from the characters and stuff, but that one is a little too much going on in that base, and I feel like this one is like the right amount of diorama that you need. So I know that's like a hot take. I know a lot of people love that base. I just think that there's like too much going on with it. But we're gonna see a shit ton of these suits, I think. So I think people need to like think about that before they start buying both like battle damage, unbattled, because it's like the Iron Man movies. Like he had a new mark every movie. At the end of the movie, he upgraded every time, and they want him to be like him. So I'm guessing we're gonna see a new, like his new top suit at the end of this movie. And obviously he's got different switch outs for the different suits to do different things. So I think people need to think about that when they're getting these. Like, are you gonna go all the way with this guy? But it's cool. I think it's cool for the people that want the battle damaged look.
Yeah, I think it looks nice. It should have been, like I said, it should have been a little more battle damage, but for the price, I don't know. I'm gonna save my money for when either hopefully the villains come out, or like Eddie said, I'm pretty sure they're gonna show other suits. They have other suits coming out before the end of the year.
Did we see the black and red suit before we saw the movie for Far From Home, or was that like a surprise suit that we saw at the end, or did we know that was coming?
No, I think that one was shown first before the movie dropped.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
sure.
So maybe that Iron Spider one is gonna be his top suit at the end of this movie, the one with the gold Spidey on it.
That's what I think, to be honest.
Yeah, that could
probably.
be.
Yeah, the one on the poster.
This is probably the most exciting thing to me in a long time. The Asmus Bilbo Baggins. This one comes in at $185, releasing Q2 2022. I think graphic design is very important, and Eddie and I were so confused by this figure. Specifically, if you look at this slide here, Asmus Online Store exclusive, and they have this portrait on the left highlighted in gold, which is the same gold that's with the logo. So the whole time, like for the past week, I've been really upset. Like, I don't need that portrait. I'd probably never use it, but I really did want it. I just, didn't really want to go through Asmus. Turns out the base is the exclusive part, which from this photo is very difficult to tell. And honestly, I can live without the base. So if you're buying this figure, both portraits come with the regular edition, and the Asmus Online Store exclusive is the base. We talked about it last week. Some accessories he might have: the stick, the pipe, backpack. I missed the book for some reason, which I feel really like a noob for missing the book. Some people are complaining that the portrait is too stern, but if you watch Fellowship, for most of that opening scene, there's a few moments of like joy, when he's with Gandalf, but for the most part, he's fairly stern. He's, kind of talking about the Sackville Bagginses, and, he's ready to leave, and he's talking about how exhausted he is, and he just wants to, see mountains and journey and adventure. I think personally, the Martin Freeman alternate portrait or a happy Bilbo would probably have been the better move, because this weird ghastly look is kind of pretty memed, like universally from this trilogy, and I don't want to scare Vivi, but at 185, I know Eddie, you were saying last week that you were thinking this was going to be a little bit more than that. I think that price point is right spot on where it needs to be. I'm going to start looking into some options for pre-order. I'm going to hit up some of my peeps, see who can get me the best price. But this isn't like a must-have for me. This is going to go great with Gandalf. And I think this is what we're seeing in the back was that little mock-up that they were doing for Bag End. At this point, I don't think it's going to be an actual released product. I think they were probably just mocking something up for the figure photography, which... Though it is incorrect, I got to give them a lot of prompt for not just printing out an image and sticking the figure in front of it.
Do you think the whole point of them putting those pictures up was to tease this guy?
You mean the photo with the background?
Yeah.
Maybe, but the thing is, there's a guy in the Scavengers group. I think his name is Hidalgo. He had called this like in January. It was this, the Witch King re-release, and then Crown Series Gandalf the White. And there we go. It's Hidalgo right there. So we've seen 2 of those 3 already. So I imagine up next, coming up soon, and I don't want to speculate too much, but I think pretty soon we're going to see Gandalf the White Crown Series go for pre-order. Which is fucking annoying because I still have Gandalf the Grey on pre-order waiting to come in. Dean, what do you think about Old Man Bilbo?
Yeah, I think a secondary... young Martin Freeman sculpt would have been fucking amazing. I easily would have bought it that way. I don't think the likeness is 100% there, which is per Asmus. That's kind of their thing. Also, the creepy face, that's not what he's wearing in that scene. So that's kind of also weird that they would include it because it's not accurate. Sorry, Eddie. I know we were talking about accuracy earlier. I think it's a great release. Like, other than that, it fills that hole in your shelf. You know, Bilbo's arguably the most important person in the whole fucking series. So, I think overall it's a great release. I think you're right about the base. It's kind of just like a patchy grass with like a stone. Honestly, I would have preferred, and people would probably be upset about it, but give you the same base that comes with the Crown Series Gandalf with the fence and stuff. I think that would have been better for an exclusive. Like, yeah, it's technically comes with another figure, but like maybe you didn't spend the money on the Gandalf and you just don't want the Bilbo. But yeah, I think it's great. I'm happy that Zach finally gets to add him to the collection, and overall, I think he's good.
Yeah, I'm happy for people that were waiting for a Bilbo and this release came out and they got excited for it. I don't want shit on anybody's excitement.
Please don't.
And Zach brought up the price. Yeah, I do. The price is lower than I thought it was gonna be. And it's a good price. I mean, if we're going off of today's standards, that's a fair price for everything. It does come with like a little bit of a diorama base. It comes with 2 heads, even though I don't know who in the hell would use that other head. Look, I don't even know. Do people like that scene when he freaks out like that?
No,
that was the
it
one
is
part
memed universally.
And that's the one part as a kid watching that movie where I'm like looking away, and I'm like, "Fuck, did he do it already?" Because that shit scared me, man.
I needed the
Dude, I still look away. Are you kidding me?
I needed the Calm app after that, bro.
Yeah. So to anybody that has that on display in there, that's I don't know. That guy's not right. Whoever displays it that way. But here's the thing with Asmus too. I'll say a compliment before I say like a negative thing. The accessories are always amazing. So I do always like say like all the tailoring and accessories you get with a figure is amazing. I'm iffy on the head. Here the head looks good. I'm iffy on if we get that look in person. I feel like in person it's sometimes worse with Asmus, and I don't know, that's the only thing I'm skeptical on, but I really want to collect Lord of the Rings, and the more Zach shows me Asmus, I'm like, maybe I'll just bite the bullet and fucking take the Asmus stuff. Maybe I'll get a better head from
Get the
Watto's
Sideshow
or something.
Gandalf, bro. It's not bad. It's not bad.
After you and Ian both sell the shit out of that figure after you guys like make it 100% amazing, and then like,
bro, send me the portrait and we'll paint it for you, bro. It's
not a bad idea.
Really a big deal, bro.
But overall,
it literally took Victoria like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
Overall, I think this is a good release, and it's cool. It's cool to see it. So, what do you think, Mario?
No, I think it's decent. I mean, I'm really not a fan of the whole of the Asmus figures in general because they really are a hit and miss, man. Aside from, I think the most impressive things that I've seen are just the Gimli and the Crown Gandalf, and that's it, bro. Other than that, it's been kind of a it's been of a hit and miss. But yeah, Zach and Dean, y'all made a great point about if they did like a younger portrait of Bilbo, that would have been a slam dunk easily. So I think that's something that they should have done in the first place. I didn't even think about that. To be honest, I think Eddie makes a good point. These days, the prices for what it's going for right now, yeah, it's competitive. I personally think it's maybe like about $15 to $20 too high, in my opinion. But,
motherfucker, what? How much cheaper do you want it? It's
hey man, I mean,
$100.
But it's a small ass, freaking figure, dude.
That's what I was thinking too. He's
it's too damn small to warrant that kind of price, bro.
Let me see your collection.
In my opinion,
I want to see what you got in your collection. That's bullshit.
Oh, come on now. No, I'll say that I have 2 Yoda figures, and yes, I think they were also both overpriced. Yeah. They're both overpriced, though, dude. I completely So anyway,
Yoda was $180.
Yoda was $180, and I thought it was still overpriced.
The old Empire one, yeah. I think the new
Yoda uses
the new one was $182.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I gotta double check. I gotta check the.
It was like $190 or something like that. But anyways, that's just how I feel. It is what it is. Brandon out. All right, take care, Brandon. Yeah, it's like whatever, dude. Go ahead, John. I'm done.
Yeah, it's a nice figure. I'm not a big fan of the portrait. I'm happy for Zach because I know he was really into this, and I think it's a great figure to display with the custom bag and front door that you did. I think it's going to look really good. Now, where they do deserve the credit is the tailoring of the outfit. The cuffs, the way they did the stitching and so forth. I think they did an amazing job. And I get what you guys are saying about the second portrait, but I think the second portrait customizers are gonna go crazy for it. They're gonna kind of do their own thing. They're gonna have their own separate figure entirely. I don't think that portrait's really meant to go with this figure. I think that's more of a customizer's project. But look, at $185, you're getting 2 portraits. You're getting the accessories. You're getting that base. Even though that base looks like it's icing sugar on a cake, the piping, but the green. But it's my 2 cents. See that piping? When they pipe a cake?
Yeah.
It really does now that you fucking say that. God damn it.
Man.
Pipe a cake?
When you pipe icing sugar on a cake?
You get
that's because Mario's piping a different kind of cake.
Yeah,
Mario's fucking packing cucumbers. That Mr. Cortez style, baby.
Whoa.
Mr. Cortez special, bro.
Well, I'm like Zach. I'm looking forward to this. I have all the other figures, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping.
Love P-Rock.
Yeah,
I'm hoping this is a hint that they're gonna reissue or re-release like some kind of Bilbo. I mean, not Bilbo. Frodo. Because I missed out on Frodo, and he doesn't look that good, anyways.
They need a 2.0 of that.
They have Slim on 1/6 corner in stock. You get 10% off. He's $225.
All right, well, shut the fuck up about that because now I want to buy it, and you said that, and everyone's gonna buy it.
But I'm excited for this. I'm happy about it. Can't wait.
Motherfucker.
So why do you have to go through Asmus? They give you free shipping. And you get first batch too.
Real quick, Mario.
Oh.
Did you pre-order Quill from Mandalorian?
Wow. He went there.
Well, I don't know if I did or not, to be honest.
Quill's $245.
$245.
I thought I was gonna say Quill these balls.
Jesus Christ.
Quill ends up in your collection, dude.
And Mario, he will be bigger than Yoda.
Eat a fucking big
John,
old
clip
crow.
that.
Look, Dean. I'm agreeing with you that everything is overpriced. All right, everything totally is. But just given the track record with Asmus, I don't think it's worth what they're asking for.
I'm just saying.
It's not bad though.
Bilbo, Quill, fucking hero of Middle Earth, some fucking old fucking whatever he is.
Yeah.
Who dies?
Likeness and
I'm
paint
fucking
apps.
old, whatever he is.
I'll be
Alright.
I'll be honest. I think this is I'll be honest. I think this is better priced
no
than any
team,
Hot Toys we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Even
wrong.
Jawa.
Oh, you know what? No. I think I do have Quill on order, but I have one
Yeah.
with the blur, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's even worse.
So it is even worse.
Dean, Mario, I'm not even going to say anything. I just know that y'all want to talk about this, and y'all called it Robotech Harmony Gold 3.0 tease, bro. In the DLX line, this might be one of the most hypest releases of all time, and I'm just going to let y'all take over.
Dude, Mario, I don't know about you, dude, but I am so freaking excited.
Hell yeah.
With how nice the DLX line is, not only visually, but in hands. I mean, they really are a cut above. Kind of mech designs and functionality. These are going to be fucking incredible. Now, I shared this exact photo because that's really all there is. On a Robotech group on Facebook. And almost immediately, Mario, you're probably going to laugh. One of the comments was, yeah, but it doesn't transform.
Those motherfuckers.
And I was like,
Gosh,
wow.
dude, really?
They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
dude.
they're.
And Mario, I know you're a big Transformer guy, and you've probably had to deal with that a time or two. But I'm curious to see if that bothers you, or if even
Hell no.
Because I know you sold your stuff, your Robotech Macross stuff, and you kind of regretted it. So like, I don't know if you're like maybe you want to get back into it, or I don't know where your collection is headed. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
I would rather sacrifice the fact that it doesn't transform for a way better looking representation of a single mode. You know what I mean? So the same way that they killed the robot mode on the Transformers, I expect nothing less coming from this company for them to do Macross or Robotech, you know, whatever y'all are calling it these days.
Yeah.
Dude, Dean, I am so freaking excited about the potential of this line because there are so many freaking Valkyries out there that I loved from the first generation.
And all they really have to do is change a head.
Yeah, basically, because it's the same body type, all throughout.
Yeah.
There are some sculpts that are a little bit different, but yeah, I mean, looking at this VF1J, you can get at least 3, maybe even 4 or 5, different variations of this thing. Equan is asking, does this Robotech announcement mean that y'all aren't going to be up at 3 a.m. hitting the refresh?
Pretty much. So
yeah, man, those days are gone.
This opened the floodgates for Harmony Gold to now sell their stuff elsewhere. It's not just here now. And we get Macross stuff here now as well. That we just saw the Chigokin go up on pre-order for BBTS.
Yeah, Dean, I would rather have something like this with all this detail rather than anything that transforms anytime, bro.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Because usually, if mine's not in Gearwalk mode, it's in Bad Boy mode. So like, I don't really need a jet, and if I do, it's like my smaller scale ones that are the jets, So to have, maybe honestly, I would want it the size of like the Optimus Prime, right? Like 11 and a half, 12 inches tall. But even if they're a little smaller, I'm not gonna like lose sleep over it.
Now, 3.0, they were at the con this weekend, man, and after seeing those Transformers in hand, dude, I mean, they're gonna look so freaking good, man. They're gonna absolutely kill it. And I was really hoping it was kind of a bummer because I really was hoping that they would actually show these at the con. They didn't, but I mean, it's understandable. But it is what it is. But
someone's saying on one of these community groups that I'm trying to find the post that they're quoting, but they said that they are going to be transforming.
Really?
If they don't, I guarantee they'll at least release.
They said on the Facebook post they made with this announcement, they said in the comments it'll be transformable. I'm trying to find that post to confirm for myself.
3.0.
3.0 doesn't do that.
Maybe they got enough shit from all the Transformers people. They're like, fuck it.
I think the transforming part was part of the license for the Transformers. They couldn't release transformable figures.
That's possible.
Because Takara
that
makes
a lot of sense. Actually,
right.
The only transformable one they actually have is Ravage. Is the only one that can actually somewhat transform.
Dean, all I want, I mentioned this on In and Outs on Friday, and all I want is the VF1S Strike from Do You Remember Love, the Hikaru version, and the very last scene, dude. That's all I want. And I'll be done. I'll be content with my collection.
And go to Frankenstein's and go buy it.
Nah. I'd rather go with something that's non-transformable, if I'm honest. You know,
Here we go.
More statuesque.
3-0 November 26th, they put up the announcement. Fingers crossed for a fully transforming figure. It is fully transforming, according to 3-0. Jesus Christ. Dude, that might rival Chogokin if it has that crazy weathering.
What are you Chogokin on?
Chogokin on these balls.
Yeah, I wonder what scale it's going to be, because...
Is it diecast?
I mean, as we know...
Probably.
As we know about the licensing thing, it's like one person can do it in one scale, one person can do it in the other, and no back and forth. The only people that are doing Robotech branded stuff is Kit's Concept, and theirs are 1/72nd scale, which is about like 7-8 inches tall when it's transformed. So hopefully these are much larger. Obviously, I would love a 1/48 scale.
Yeah, we'll see.
But,
I think it
Lane Kramer coming in.
Super bummed if they were small.
Lane Kramer with the $2 super chat saying that apparently the HasLab is adding the Rancor Keeper to the Rancor.
And that's what we're talking about next.
Yeah, they are.
Big shout out to Lane for the super chat there. Hasbro Pulse says, we really appreciate all the feedback we've received in an effort to make the HasLab Rancor the best possible dream product. With that, we realize we can't leave the most dangerous creature of the Rancor roaming the galaxy without its keeper. We'll be adding a fully newly retooled Black Series Malakili figure to the base offering, funding at 9,000 units, on-carded and ready for action. It comes with the Gaffy stick inspired by Return of the Jedi. It's an active development. We'll share renders as part of our backer updates if the project moves into the production threshold. It'll only be added if they hit the threshold of 9,000 backers before the campaign deadline, which I'll say this. I appreciate that they're doing this, right? However, I think it's a little bit too late. I think this would be the perfect reason for them to extend this by another month, because people have had 3 weeks to this point to do it. A lot of people backed out, may have spent the money on other things, and then you tell them basically at the 11th hour you have 6 days to reorder this. I don't know. They say that the totals on their websites don't include any retailer orders, so whether or not that is or isn't true, and whether or not that will or won't make a difference kind of remains to be seen. But I just think it's a little too late, and I still think in the comments of this post everyone's still asking for Ula. I don't know. I mean, I give them props for doing it, but it's shocking to me that it's this late of an announcement. This should have been from day one, that you had a figure ready to go. It's so obvious to me that I don't understand why they're just barely now realizing.
I'll tell you why. Because no one's fucking buying the thing. No one's fucking giving them fucking money for it. And they're like, fuck, what could we possibly do to get this funded? Oh, I know. We'll add whatever the fuck his name is, Malakili. Only if we get 9,000 backers, though. So we're going to fucking pull them hostage. Fucking assholes. And he's not even carded? That's insulting. Was he just been floating in the fucking box? Mario, answer honestly. How fucking pissed off would you be?
I thought I was passionate.
You don't get a... Dude, I fucking hate HasLab fucking cocksuckers. How mad... I don't know. If you got this, and the one figure is not carded. You have all your beautiful figures on the wall, and then Malakili just fucking off in a fucking
plastic
bag. He doesn't fit in a card.
Dean,
that's why.
it's a good thing that I don't collect Black Series, man. So I honestly could give a shit.
Oh, that's right. This is 6 scale.
This is 6 inch. This is 6 inch.
Scale?
Yeah, this is Black Series. If this was vintage collection, dude, I'd be furious, absolutely furious if we didn't get a carded figure on a HasLab. Yeah. There is no reason for that. It's more forgiving in a 6 inch scale, all right? Because
I guess you
right. You do have this character with if you're gonna open it up, you've got the character to go with it, right? So, but But I agree. If it's something like this, I think any character that come with it, any figure that comes with it, should remain carded. The same way that they're doing with the with Luke, and also with the Gamorrean guard, and what's his foot, Salacious Crumb. So they should absolutely keep it carded.
I got it confused because the Slave 1 was a 3 3/4.
They're not going to make it.
Boba Fett Starship.
That's Boba Fett Starship now, buddy. Please get it right, Dean.
Or no, the sail barge. Sorry, that was 3 3/4.
That was 3 3/4. Yeah.
I thought this was too. I didn't realize it was.
No.
I'm surprised
no,
you
this
don't
is, this is Black Series.
To be fair, the Black Series is also 3 3/4 scale sometimes. So.
When it first came out, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking. This is fucking all of it's fucking bullshit. It's all fucking garbage. HasLab, you're a bunch of fucking assholes. Eat a dick.
Tell them how you really feel.
Now, if you want to send me one, no, I'm just kidding.
I think it's funny that they make a point to like, but you're only gonna get it if we get the 9,000. I think it's funny that they make a point. Everything else is like, oh, we're gonna throw this figure in.
Zach's
whatever.
100%
But
should be day one.
They're like, oh yeah, we've been working on one, but we won't show you.
Yeah.
Because we're not working on one until we hit 9,000. These motherfuckers, dude.
And it's like, I know a lot of people were upset that the Keeper wasn't like in one of the tiers because we all thought he was gonna be. It's Ula too. It seems crazy to me that they're only showing him when it's like, well, what about Ula? Like she's another reason why people didn't back it. And then the main thing I think is the fucking paint job on it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Like,
thank you.
Yep.
The fucking Rancor Keeper isn't gonna get you to 9,000 fucking backers, dude. You gotta a lot of people want this paint job fixed, and they didn't say shit about that. It's like, dude, this Keeper is one thing. You got several steps you need to get before people aren't just backing out from 9,000. Like the several hundred you had back out in the last few weeks aren't just backing out because of the damn Keeper, you fucking morons.
Yeah,
so
like why the fuck would this come with Salacious Crumb and not a fucking Gamorrean guard at least? Oh,
there is a Gamorrean guard.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, like
you're looking right at it, bro.
Do your homework.
I'm just saying, like,
wow. Pulled one out of the back.
Quick on the draw.
Instead of a Ula or the Keeper, like really,
Right.
it's Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
The Gamorrean guard does look good though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Dean, what I was
already-
saying earlier, that if they're going to release a Salacious Crumb, then throw in Jabba, because that's what Salacious goes with, you know. And Jabba also goes, also exactly. And Jabba also goes with the Rancor as well. So,
yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot of work to do. I'm sure we're gonna go over this in detail next small talk, but they got a long way to go. If I see the numbers go to 9,000 from this, people are
some
then I have the same. I guess in this scenario, I have the same thought as John. Is like,
unacceptable.
You fucking idiots! Don't pay for this. Like, get what you want out of this, and then fucking put your money behind it. But
dude, on day 6, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're close, so we're gonna extend the deadline arbitrarily." They're just gonna keep doing it until they get 9,000. Fucking
yeah, and that was a good point.
They let Cookie Monster die on Sesame Street, dude.
Well, thank goodness they did that.
That was a good point you made about the extending it, Zach, because I didn't even think of that. Like, a lot of people backed out, and then they have to pay for it next week.
Exactly.
Or whatever, you know, like that's they're gonna take that money out right then. It's like, you got to give people time now. You got to give them at least another month.
They were trying to ride I mentioned it already. They were trying to ride the Rancor gravy train. They should have tackled Jabba on the throne instead, and that would have been really nice. I have nothing else to say about this because Eddie said everything I need to say.
Left my meat on the bone.
That freaking, you can give Luke a gold-plated lightsaber for all I care. You don't fix that paint application. You could take that $349 and dream on with it. Because if you pay $349 for that paint application, and that's a prototype, we're seeing the paint application like that on a proto. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in hand?
Completely.
Yeah, it's going to be a giant turd with teeth.
It's going to look like it was in a melted crayon box.
Is it supposed to come out when?
Doesn't matter,
the
B-Rock.
deadline
You're not
is
ordering.
December 6th, 2021.
But I'm
Jesus, the release date is spring 2023.
Isn't that enough time for them to change the paint?
Change the paint. They're trying to raise money. They're trying to raise money. They should have the paint changed already.
I mean, at least change it like Photoshop real quick.
But he changed the paint.
This is what's gonna look like now.
They canceled this whole project.
They want $315,000. They're not going to show you updated paint until it's fucking. That's stupid as hell. Or $3 million, Jesus.
How would you guys feel if? Oh boy, this is a question. I can already feel the sparks there. How would you feel if Hot Toys did? If Hot Toys did things like this, where they crowdfund projects like this.
We've talked about it, dude. I would fucking go nuclear. I'd go fucking nuclear.
I wouldn't mind if they did it because he came out and said he didn't want to do any Star Wars vehicles. If they did crowdfunders to do the vehicles, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Shit.
P-Rock, what do you think? Are you interested at all in this? Like, is this sort of?
I'll do the vehicles. Yeah, you're right. I'll do the vehicles.
But are you interested in like this Rancor? Do you collect this line at all? No.
No. Thank God.
Let's get into released figures. The black and gold Spider-Man suit released, and I just got to say a few things. This released after 133 days from the time it was announced to the time it released. You know what hasn't released, Eddie? I know you're gonna roll your eyes. Eddie, look at me. I want to see the eyes roll.
I know.
Pennywise, baby. 811 days.
Oh.
Battle Damage Mark 85, 867 days. Are you fucking kidding me? This is so fucking disrespectful to every single. And you know, I'll be honest. I give John a lot of shit about his pre-order video. I think it's great, but I like to kind of tease him about it. This is why I don't believe. This is why I believe John is correct. I don't think you should pre-order because if you're gonna tell me that this figure, you were able to fucking bust this nut after 133 days, and you still have figures over 800 days in production, and that's not even those are just two examples. There are plenty of figures that are well past the deadline. Ahsoka, thank you very much.
Yep.
There's plenty of figures that are on the waiting, the delayed list. They're so late, they're not even on the list of things that are delayed that are going to be released soon. Pennywise and Battle Damage Mark 85, not even heard from, right? Yeah. This is bullshit. I get it. The movie's coming out. You want to have a hype figure. This is not the way to do it. I think you got to respect the order that you're making things, because you're getting too delayed on some of these other figures. To put this out in 133 days, absolutely insane. Shazam is a different story because Shazam never went out for pre-order.
Zach,
same with Poe.
You want to know what makes it even worse that you didn't even touch on? The fact that they got it wrong with the red on the arms. They had to go back and fix that.
Oh, yeah.
And then do it. Like, what the
that's
fuck?
Right. Yeah.
Dude, Jesus.
Dude.
It's
I gotta give you this, Dean. I gotta give you this.
I will say it's nice to see it. A movie promo, or it's not a movie promo.
This isn't even a movie promo. It's a regular fucking figure.
A movie figure released with a movie. It's cool to see it. Maybe it's fucking a badass suit in the movie, and you want it right then and there, you could have it. That's great. I think that's awesome. But like you said, you're pushing so much shit to the back burner just to get this out here. I think you need to fucking catch up on your shit, and maybe every other movie you can have a fucking figure come out with the release. Like, I understand why they don't want to, because of the shit that happened with episode 7, where they just had a bunch of fucking, I think they still have toys in fucking storage. But Jesus, like, you're pissing off a lot of people here. That being said, I think it looks great.
God damn it.
It's a great looking figure, man.
It really does look good. It's just so fucking annoying. It is. It's a lack of respect for the collector. And you're right. Like, it's great that this is happening, that people can get it before the movie or during the movie release cycle. But, bro, 800 days for some of these figures, it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
You're not wrong.
For me, I know it's exciting that you can get it with the movie, but I'll be honest, I would have liked to get the red and black suit instead of this one for the movie, because I think, see, the thing that we're seeing, guys, is with these Hot Toys figures, they're saving the best figures for last. That's what they're doing, right? For me, when I look at this, if I had to choose a Spider-Man figure, I'm going with that black and red suit with that nice base, intricate base. I wouldn't even think twice about this one, based on my collection and how I look at it. they put this out so quick. Whatever, man. Nothing surprises me anymore with this company. My standards with them have dropped. They'll do one good thing, and then that one good thing they'll do something bad. They'll take a step forward and then take 2 steps back. That's how I look at it. How many days did you say for Pennywise?
Pennywise 811, Mark 85 is 867.
Still not the record. I think Gamora holds the record at 900 and something roughly.
Wasn't Superman that too? The Justice League Superman?
Delayed that much?
Yeah, that was also delayed a long time.
Hulkbuster was one of those that was delayed quite a bit too.
They're going after the money. Okay, their business, sure, but yo, bro, you gotta, you know, it's about the money, but you're gonna get to a point where it's not gonna just be about the money. You're gonna have to look after collectors because you may have an influx of new collectors coming in, but it's gonna get to a certain point where you're gonna have to take care of your overall basis because I don't think it's gonna be just consistently new collectors, because I see a lot of turnover. This collecting community is a lot of turnover. You go into figures, statues, and so forth. But I think it's going to get to a point where you as a company, you just can't look at the money. You got to look at the situation. You got to look at the collector and the community overall.
I think when that'll happen is when they get competition. They don't have any competition right now. So
Good point. Great point.
It will happen when there's competition. And there's people, there's companies doing better, and 3.0 is doing good with 1.6, but the problem is that Hot Toys has the licenses for this stuff.
Yeah.
But I like the figure. Like aesthetically, I like the figure. I don't know if it makes me mad that this was released first. I don't think I care that much. I think it is wrong that it's released before other stuff that we've been waiting for. They did it with something else too recently, where they pushed out something quick because the movie was coming up or for hype or something, and I've been noticing they're doing that more in like pandemic years. They're pushing out shit for hype. I forgot what figure it was, but they did that like at the end of 2020 or at the beginning of this year for something, and I was like, oh shit, that was quick. But I know why they're doing it. They want to catch that hype from the movie before, but I think after the movie, they're going to get an influx of pre-orders on these anyway. And I actually like this suit more than I like that it's different. I like that it's black and gold. I want to see how the time stone or the time effects work with everything. I want to see how that all plays together because that's cool to me. I don't know if I would get it. Maybe after I see the movie, maybe I'll want it. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, John, you're right on that Gamora. I'm looking at a Cisco Scavenger site, looking at their database. It was announced May 2nd, 2018, and it was released November 20th in 2020. That was a hell of a long wait, man. As where the Superman, it was, it says it was announced January 19th, 2018, but released December 24th, 2019. Still the Gamora beats that out, man, which is freaking crazy.
What happened?
Zach is muted.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything.
I'm just pointing out the fact that you were muted. That's all.
Oh, yeah, I mute myself all the time. I got real quiet. I was like,
yeah, exactly.
I was trying to do some math to see how many days. So if the battle damage Mark 85 is 867, so what's 933 minus 867? Do some math. Let's see when that has to come out to
this just goes to show you that Hot Toys has the potential to release figures when they want. They have the potential. Why am I waiting? Marty
February
just released.
4th.
Why am I waiting for Doc a year later, 2 years later, a year and a half, whatever? I don't know.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Also, like, they have this ready to go though. I mean, it's just a color change. Like, they got the head sculpt. I don't know. I guess. I don't know how easy it is. I want to say that they just have to recolor it, and that's why it was so easy for them to just, let's throw this out. I don't know how hard it is, how difficult it was to switch this suit from the red and black or the tech suit, and I don't know about accessories and stuff. So maybe it was something that they escalated, or maybe it was something that they have most of the shit ready for this, so they can just do that. I don't know.
They did the same thing for the armor too, didn't they?
Which one?
the armor from the Mandalorian. Didn't she come out like within a couple?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was a summer convention. Those always come out quick.
Yeah,
that's true.
It almost makes me think that the red, when they had it red, they kind of had this in the background already, ready to go.
Well, Manny made a good point. Like they produce figures based on concept art. So if you look at the old Hawkeye photos from, I think it's Endgame, he has like a time machine on his hand, but that never came with the figure because that never made the movie. So they've shown prototypes based on movie references and then changed them. I think the Mark 50 had some change that happened also, but yeah, they've done that before, based on concepts. Dean, it's that time of the show.
We're gonna talk about what the scrapyard any. Guys, I can't say enough good things about Watto Scrapyard, and you've listened to so many of these ads, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you anyway, just in case you forgot. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, and eBay under that name. They make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as resin printed head sculpts of literally anybody you could think of. If you don't see a character you like on their Instagram, send him a message. He'll get it designed, printed, and shipped to your door for a reasonable fee. Hit up Watto's. I just put on my landing gear for my Falcon. It's up there. I don't know if you can see that.
I did too this week.
This is going to be a wall of details when I'm done. It's going to be sweet.
You can say it's going to be an explosive wall. Okay. We also want to thank...
Jesus Christ. Don't put that juju on him, dude.
What the fuck, John?
We also want to thank 16 Corner. Their mission is to provide the best figures and collectibles to their customers. They offer great prices, great packaging, fast shipping, and best in the business customer service. Right now, Collecting Weekly listeners get 10% off in-stock figures while our show is live. You just got to be sure you use code capital CW10. That's CW10. Choose your figures, pay safely with PayPal, and you can leave the rest to them.
It is time for us to talk about our nominations for the CW Awards. We had nominations up all throughout November. We cut it a few days early. After Dark's going to get pretty busy tomorrow, and that typically would have been when we announced it. And so it's time for us to show you guys and gals who nominated the 5 figures and companies in each of these categories. So we'll start with the most improved company. So that's a company from last year to this year that improved the most. So the first nominee is 3-0, and I think they deserve it. So Toys. Yeah, this is a round of applause. So Toys coming in next. Now, this is our first time a third-party company has ever made the most improved list, and this was nominated by many people. I was very surprised to see the love for So you love to see that.
You can see there's So.
J&D Studios, our first ever statue company, making the most improved list. Love to see that. Congratulations to J&D Studios. Most improved McFarlane toys. So those are some fantastic DC stuff that they've been releasing. They've also been getting into some Disney stuff too, which is really neat to see. And I think they're, of course, deserving of such a prestigious nomination. And then last but not least, Hasbro. Hasbro's done some great. They've done some great things. They've done some not so great things. With those 5 in mind, 3-0, So Toys, J&D Studios, McFarlane, Hasbro. Let's just go down the line real quick. For me, I'm going 3-0 all day of the week, even on Sunday. That was my pick, and I'm sticking with it. Dean, of those 5, is there a particular one that really stood out to you this year?
Yeah. In fact, I kind of had a bone to pick with Zach about it, but I'm going 3-0 on this one.
Wait, what bone do you have to pick?
Okay.
There it goes.
3-0 has like a ton of nominations. I think like literally
in this category.
In this category. It was like not even close, like 20-1. I'm talking like overwhelmingly 3-0.
Yes.
Not a single 3-0 item for the rest of the fucking show.
Nope, there is one. There is one. The RoboDow, Unit 1.
That was you.
Well, I mean, I nominated it, and other people nominated it as well. But the thing is...
Does it need to have figures nominated to have improved?
Yeah, then that's what Eddie. That's exactly what I told Dean, was that their body of work is what got them this nomination, not one particular piece. And in fact, I in the network chat when we were kind of finalizing this, I had Jaime Lannister 3-0 in the best 1/6. Pete and a few others recommended a different one, so there was a chance for it to have 2 figures nominated. But that goes down to the listeners. That goes down to us. Everyone was allowed to pick one in each category, and unfortunately 3-0 only had 1 figure that made the cut. And that's just the way that the process works. So it is unfortunate, but that's how it is. John, of these 5, is there any that really stuck out to you this year?
I'm gonna just give some of the. I don't really collect any of the others, so I'm gonna just give some love to the statue community and go with J&D. I think they really knocked it out of the park with what they're what they did this year and what they put out.
This out there for people that are going to pick J&D. J&D only came out this year, so I don't feel like
that's what I was looking up.
Can give. I don't think they should be in here because they kind of win that automatically. They are most improved because they're brand new.
Okay,
well, they might not win the vote though. I mean.
No, but I do agree with Eddie.
I feel they should. You're new. I don't think they should.
Yeah, it's like be the new employee.
Right.
And get most improved
That's what I'm trying to look up to see whether or not.
Did they only come out this year though? Did they actually only come out this year?
They only
I think so. It might have been late last year though, Eddie. With the
again, where was this feedback all weekend?
Fleck.
I don't like to argue. Okay. I just let it go with all the
Eddie, that is not true. You fucking live to argue. You don't like to lose arguments.
It was
never lost.
Okay,
so.
this show every year is always a pain in the butt. There's always turmoil in the network, in the empire with this show. Dean almost quit the show. Dean almost quit the show 2 years ago on this show, the last of November, 1st of December show. And I was like, bro, I'm not going to let you sandbag my fucking show when I just spent 5 hours making 50 graphics because you want to have some drama chat. And bro, in the network chat, I thought there was going to be a fucking second revolution, to be honest. I thought Pete was going to start dumping some fucking American.
Pete is like the one you expected from least too.
I know, it came out of nowhere. It was off the top ropes. It's off the top ropes. You hate to see it. Mario, of these 5, tell me who you think is most improved. You don't have to give me a definitive answer, but just I'm curious to see what you have to say.
I think So-So is also up there, if I'm honest. But yeah, I do want to say J&D, but just because of the fact that I believe that that they weren't released this year, or that they are a new statue company. I don't think they did anything last year. They may have with the Arthur Fleck. If that is true, that
J&D Studio is. I'm looking at their Instagram right now. They have posts from like last year. Like
I don't think it was this year. Yeah.
But was something put up for order?
From April 11th, 2019. The Joker was April 11th, 2019.
The Joker was this year.
Yeah.
Well, they teased it in April 11th. So they've been a company for
what was the first release?
Mm-hmm.
The Joker.
The first release was Arthur Fleck.
Was the first release.
And that came out this year.
That came out. They came out early this year, I think it did, when it actually came out, but it could have been
actually released
last year.
I would still go off of releases for most improved.
Yeah.
Then I'll go
let's not get stuck too much on this point. There's like 55 other things to look at.
Yeah, I'm just showing.
No, I get what you're saying
for the voters.
P-Rock.
I'll go 3-0 all the way, man. 3-0 gives you the best variety in the 6 scale, to give you different scales, to give you excellent die cast. 3-0.
Can I just make a quick question? Just a quick question.
Christ.
No? Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
No,
Jesus
please,
Christ.
go ahead.
No.
It's Jesus Christ is my answer to everything.
Move it on.
He's my Lord and Savior. He's
that train going.
John, let's go.
Choo forward.
John, say
watch yourself.
Zero was my pick too, by the way.
You watch
John,
yourself.
say your piece,
no,
please.
I'm joking.
Jesus.
Anyone here surprised Hot Toys is not here?
No, I don't think they improved this year.
No,
I think they've got
for the prices.
I argue it, and I'm still not. Surprised.
Now, with that being said, best overall company, Hot Toys did get a fuckload of nominations. So Hot Toys, they're probably gonna win this one. They win it every year. Mezco Toys, love to see that. I think this is their first ever nomination in the best overall category. NECA, this is their second or third outing in best overall. 3-0 best overall, and last but certainly not least, Prime 1 Studio. For me, it's a toughie between 3-0 and Prime 1. I think Hot Toys did a lot this year of good releases, but I don't think that really raised the bar from 2020 to 2021. And I just think that 3-0's body of work this year was flawless. Like from January 1st to November 30th, I think they just fucking came out swinging this year. They were, and this sounds kind of fucked up, but 3-0 used to be partnered with Ashley Wood for 3A. I think, just kind of taking the brand over and dropping the A part. I don't know what changed, but I just felt like a lot of stuff that typically is under that line, it just got way better. And I don't know if that's just the art direction or what, but once they became officially just 3-0 on their own, that shit just fucking took off. And it was ridiculous. Dean, anything stuck out to you this year?
Honestly, and dude, you're gonna be shocked when I say this.
Oh, I know what it is.
And Dylan's gonna be fucking shocked when I say this.
Oh man, I'm ready for it.
I'm going Mezco.
And the show.
What?
I thought you were gonna say NECA.
No.
Watch him.
I do like NECA, surprisingly.
Jesus.
But Mezco. Dude, they've kind of learned their lesson when it comes to like their online sales and like people scalping them and like ordering 1,000 of them. They started like really limiting people and like what they're how they're doing that. Also, their releases have been like pretty solid. Like I know they're not for me, but I can objectively look at their releases and be like, hey, they're giving figures people want. They're giving a bunch of accessories in the box. Their exclusives are usually pretty good, and the accessibility to get them it's still challenging to where it's fun, but it's also more fair. That they've really kind of done their due diligence and like not letting people get ripped off. I just think they've really fucking stepped it up this year. I shocked myself when I clicked Mezco. I was like, holy shit. Like, because I know for sure I don't think Hot Toys is a better overall company this year. I know it sounds like I'm talking most improved, but I'm talking like just overall. Like, I just think Mezco has done really well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking shocked, to be honest. That is shocking to me.
I'm shocked.
Dude, Eddie was legit. He did like a fucking 12.
He got whiplash
like,
from that.
Do you have any Mezco?
Odie.
Zach, what were the nominations again?
Hot Toys, Mezco, NECA, 3-0, and Prime 1 Studio.
That's a good list. Shit, it really is. I mean, I want to say Prime 1, but I mean, just because I know it's going to sound biased, but I mean,
you fucking asshole.
I think. Shut up, Eddie. I think just because they've got so many different IPs that are out there, and I think they're improving on everything that they're working on.
What about canceling statues?
Hey man,
it's
who
a
hasn't done
business
that?
Decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, now it's a business decision. All of a sudden, we understand business.
Cancel these nuts,
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
I'm gonna give it to Prime 1.
Eddie.
I am actually voting along in the fucking doc while we do this because it's cool kind of to hear everybody. It helps me decide better. It makes me feel like I'm picking a better choice. But
should we drop the link now and they can go through it with us?
I think so.
Go for it.
All right, let's drop
That's
the
a
link
good
right
idea.
now. All right, so if you want to click that link, we'll drop a QR code later. But if you want to click that link, it should bring you to the CW Awards voting form. You also get entered in a chance to win $100 that's going to be drawn during the show. So if you nominated, that's one entry. If you vote, that's another entry. So you get.
I thought you told me I was going to win the 100 already.
Well, that you had to pay me 60 first, and then that was the agreement. But anyways, Eddie, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. So I'm gonna go Dean's route here and pick Mezco only because I want to give it to 3-0, but I kind of wish Mezco was in most improved category because I feel like it fits that category better. So because I picked 3-0 in most improved, I'm gonna go with Mezco in best overall. But I do think 3-0 was best overall, and I have reasons for the other ones. NECA is arguably there too. But there were some people who were upset with the 30 Nights of Horror or 31 Nights or whatever that was. They didn't really they didn't show too many different things. They did a bunch of Gremlin stuff, and so I don't know. They didn't do best. They didn't do better than 3-0, and they didn't do better than Mezco to me this year. So I'm gonna go, and then Prime 1. I have the shipping issue, and then I have the canceling people's orders stuff. The shipping issue may be a worldwide thing that maybe you can't count that towards them or against them. And then Hot Toys. I argue certain things that they do, but I definitely don't think they're best overall company. So definitely not Hot Toys. So I'm gonna go Mezco on this one.
For me, I'm going with Mario. I'm 100% going with Prime 1. Because when I look at this category, it's not most improved, it's best overall. And when I look at this category, it's not just what the company's producing. It's overall how they deal with their customers, how they are in the community. Are they receptive to feedback? Are they in the community talking about stuff with collectors, and how they present themselves? I think Prime 1, the way they presented themselves with their showcases this year, the way they presented their statues was really well done, seamless production. I think while they're doing their showcases, you have Prime 1 representatives in the chat speaking to the community. I made comments and got a direct response several times from the Prime 1 team. I think that's important. That's needless to say, their products, what we've seen, phenomenal presence, phenomenal customer service, and just great product. So they had a little setbacks with some cancellations, but I think what they're giving us kind of outweighs those cancellations. That's my vote. My vote has to be with Prime 1. Hot Toys, I'd pick. I don't know what I'd pick. I'd pick the bottom of the barrel before I pick Hot Toys this year.
Well, since I don't have any statues, I can't really pick Prime 1. I'm not too familiar with that field. I would say NECA because of some of the lines they have, like the Gargoyle lines coming out recently, some of the cartoon turtles. But I'm gonna go with 3-0 again also because 3-0 just, out of all the figures I bought this year, I probably bought more 3-0s than I've bought any other line. The stuff that keeps coming out from them. The only setback they had this year was the Power Rangers. That happened to everybody, supposedly. That was just supposedly the single pack Power Rangers. But just the fact that they did the Power Rangers for that price, that's a crazy thing right there. And the fact they gave us the Power Rangers and they gave us some more Game of Thrones figures, and now we're getting Robotech, some more Transformers, all kinds of stuff from 3-0. And it's all quality stuff too.
Equan says, do we have a worst company category? That would be After Dark after the awards. We'll talk about some of our least favorite things. Chasen says, I don't think you can put statue companies against toy companies. Art versus toys. We'll see who wins, man. Some toy company might win. Some statue company may win. Cuervo says, how come Sideshow isn't on the list? That'd be for Wednesday's show. Michael says, wish I could stay up as late as you champs, but I have to watch the rest of your stream later. I'll cast my votes tomorrow after watching the rest. Hope to see some of you at LA Comic-Con. A good night. I think he's in booth F32. Let's get into best under 35. So any figure release that's under 35. This category was raised from best under 30 per Dylan's recommendation. Starting with Black Series Bo-Katan, TVC Ahsoka Tano, Goliath by NECA, Miles Morales by Hasbro in their Marvel Legends line, and Tick by Hasbro in the Black Series line. This one's a toughie for me. It's really between Tech and Miles. I think you could have really gone with any member of the Bad Batch, and I think, Eddie, you mentioned that at Small Talk. They were all really good figures. It's just selecting it down to one. But it has to be Miles for me. I think it has to be Miles for me. It's a tough category, but I think Miles, I think it's like 8 hands with that figure, 2 different portraits, just a ton of amazing stuff. So I think Miles is probably the pick for me.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going Bo-Katan on this one. I really liked Tech, but with the real face printing ID, the overall quality of the figure, I just think that the Bo-Katan takes it. you're right though. The tech or any other Bad Batch figures really could have fit in here. Like I said, it's just the face printing for me. Like, you're getting this quality for, I mean, she came out, I think, when they were still $19.99, so pretty crazy.
Yep. Mario, I know you don't typically collect this category, but what do you think, man?
Actually, Zach, you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going with the TVC Ahsoka. I mean, this figure is so much of an improvement from the one that they first released in the Vintage Collection. When I got it and looking at it on the bubble, it damn near looks like she popped off the cartoon, man. It looks really, really good. I personally am a big fan of this figure. Although the Goliath, although I never had it in hand, but that also looks incredible too. I remember when Gargoyles came out, and I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of reminded me of the Batman animated series a little bit. But yeah, NECA does some amazing work as well. But I'm going to give it to the TVC Ahsoka.
Love that.
I am also torn in this category only because I want to pick Goliath. I don't necessarily think it's better than some of these other ones, though. I want to pick it out of greed because I like the figure and I like the IP, and we've been waiting for Gargoyle figures forever. So, but I think the Miles is probably the best, and I didn't even pick. He's not even like what I nominated for the award. I would have picked Tech or Bo-Katan, but if Miles coming with all those accessories, and then the paint is also really well done on it, and it's a great bang for your buck, I might go Miles on this one.
Wow, love to see that. John, what do you think about this category?
I'm kind of what you were saying. It's not really my category for collecting, but I was leaning more toward the Goliath just because I saw Eddie with it in hand, and it is a show that was like from my era when I was growing up, and it's a completely different IP. So it's nice to see something new and a new kind of like rendition of a character, and I think they're expanding the line as well. So I think I'd go with Goliath.
I'm gonna go
Eddie's
Goliath
pose
too.
on Goliath is one of the sickest, cleanest
I
poses
got
I
so
think
many
I've seen.
likes on that picture. That was crazy.
You posted on Instagram or what?
Yeah.
It's pretty clean, bro. Fucking love that shit.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Cuervo
Goliath
says
too.
Goliath is on my Secret Santa list. Cuervo also says, what Miles is that again? That Miles is from the Gamerverse line. I believe it came out in the No Way Home wave as like the only Gamerverse figure in that wave, but it's fucking dope. Let's get into best non-traditional. So this category kind of has a weird name. It's kind of one of those categories that every year we struggle to really describe it. So bear with us. It's basically anything that's not 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale, or a statue. And I know that's kind of cumbersome. We'll start with the best non-traditional VF1J Armored Valkyrie by Bandai in their Chigoken line. Unit 1 by 3-0 in their DLX line. Charizard by Jazzwares in their super articulated 6-inch line. The Child by Hot Toys in their 1-to-1 scale TV. Is this TVMS or is this just life-size line? And then Ahsoka Tano again for best non-traditional. For me, the Jazzwares Charizard was a really solid figure, but man, I don't think I've ever been so blown away by a figure as I was the 3-0 Unit 1. Like 90% of this figure's die cast. Super clean paint, glow in the dark on some places. A great stand. They also they released an accessory pack that's coming out later this year to give you more accessories from the new movie rather than having you buy a whole nother figure. Just an absolutely class figure, and that was kind of who I'm going for. What about you, Dean? You're on mute, my guy.
Damn it! I said this like whole thing. What's going on with the whole tangent over here? The only reason you picked this guy, Zach, is because you haven't held a Chigoken VF1J and armored parts. Obviously, I'm going Chigoken on this one.
Same.
Didn't even change the slide. He just left it there.
Same. I'm echoing Dean. I think just because there's so much more
trying to work on some stuff in the
detail.
background, you dick.
there's so much more detail going on with this Chigoken figure, and I think, it looks absolutely amazing compared to everything else that's in this list. So I'm going with the Chigoken VF1J Armored.
Again, I want to challenge one of the figures in this choice.
Which
group,
one?
The Charizard.
It was nominated. It was nominated.
Figure.
Well, okay, I don't know if it's technically marketed as a 6-inch figure. It's a 6-inch scale, but it's not a 1/12 Charizard.
Oh, okay. That's where I thought you were gonna. That's what I thought you were gonna say. So, because I do
it's
like
it's a 6-inch line. So like, there's like all the Pokemon are non-scale. So the Rayquaza is like 6 inches, but it should be like if it's 1/12, it would be like massive figure.
This one's a hard one because the only one I have is Charizard, so that's the only one I know is a great figure. But I know I like all of the other ones. But I think I'm gonna go with Dean's Valkyrie on this one.
Hey,
whoa!
Only
look
because
at that.
out of
Wow.
all of these, if I'm putting all of these against each other, that one's probably the best. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Valkyrie.
Am I up? Is it me?
You're up, John.
Your time.
That's how
Is
the
it
line
me?
works.
The Child is what I'm going with.
What?
What?
That was another
Okay.
thing. That was more
The tears.
shocking than Dean's message.
Right?
With that
I don't
ripped jaw,
Chogokin
bro?
on anything. Charizard, I'm
What?
out of that list. I went with.
He went with a busted
Child.
lip, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We didn't get them in hand. We've seen some pictures. I understand what's going on, and I'm the first one to grill Hot Toys or whatever. But from the choices, I give a little credit where it's due. I did like this release.
John.
I didn't pick.
You were there
Love
for
this.
The,
I
you were there for the
love
unboxing.
this.
The
What are you talking about?
presentation of the Chogokin. The quality.
No.
The
Is that the one?
detail.
Hold on a second. Is the Chogokin the one where it's the armor split up? Is the Chogokin
Yeah,
the
you
one
open the
where I said
box
don't
first.
open it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with the Chogokin
I want
then.
John to do
Because I did really like that one actually.
I want John to do a KFC commercial where he says Chogokin. Are you Chogokin on that chicken?
Are you
better call
Chogokin on that
KFC.
chicken? You better know the Heimlich maneuver. No,
Oh, fuck.
it's finger licking
Chogokin
Chogokin. Listen,
Is Chogokin looking good?
I don't know anything about this Chogokin robot, but I do have to give. Okay, forget the Hot Toys one. Yeah,
There we go.
this Chogokin one, I do remember the packaging, and considering I'm a everyday box collector, I love the way they executed that packaging. So if that's what this one is, then I'm gonna go with this one. But other than that, I don't understand any of this shit. Chogokin and
Princess Momofuku.
that's fucking.
Pirok.
That's
I'll go with the Unit 1. Just
Pure
the
pressure.
articulation on that. With
Yeah,
the fact that
baby.
it's die
Wow.
cast and articulation you can use with
I'd love
on
to
that.
see
What a
it.
kiss.
you're going with Eva Longoria.
No, I have it right here.
Oh, you,
Fucking.
oh, I didn't know you were an Eva Longoria fan.
He loves
I
even.
have it right here.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at this guy.
Damn, that's a dope ass pose too. Holy shit.
You know, I'm a proud guy. I'm proud just because I don't know. Zach torments me, man. Sometimes, you know.
What the fuck?
No, let me tell. I've watched
Jesus.
some reviews of people doing this Evangelion, and then they open and they're like, "I got my new Evangelion," and I'm like, "Bro," you got to come over to Collecting Weekly because that's not how you say that shit, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to research how to pronounce it right.
Evangelion. I'm like, what the
Evangelion,
fuck's an Evangelion?
Let's get into best 1/12 scale. Miles Morales by Sentinel. Bo-Katan by Hasbro. Miles Morales. Gamerverse Legends by Hasbro. Tick by Hasbro. And Conan by Mezco Toys. Sentinel Miles is where it's at for me. One of the greatest figures I've ever unboxed in my entire life.
Yeah, just looking at these objectively, that Miles came packed. You could pretty much achieve any look in the movie that you're looking for. Great articulation, just the build quality, kind of like in the style of like SH Figure Arts or Mayfex. Just, I think it's incredible. I'm gonna go with Miles, Sentinel.
I'm skipping this one completely.
What?
Yeah,
you can skip a category.
I'm skipping this category. I think I actually did in the voting process because this is. This is
Eddie
not for
Money
me.
Mendez.
Okay, then this one's an easy one for me. I'm 100% going Conan, only because that was probably Mezco's best figure ever to me, and like the sculpt, the paint, the flexibility that this has with displaying in a line. You can get this, you can put it with all kinds of other stuff, and it's just beautiful to me. They nailed the Mezco. To me, one of the worst things about them is sometimes the sculpts are a little soft. They nailed the art on this one. Like, that's a perfect sculpt on the head there. So that one wins it hands down for me.
I'm going tech, man. Just because of there's no from what I understand, there's no other representation of this character at any other scale as of right now.
Lego.
I
baby.
love the Lego don't count. I mean, I love this. I love this
Lego
design,
Twice
dude.
he got you in one show. You know that. Jesus.
Oh shit! Did he get me before?
With a quill. They got you with the quill. That they fucking got you twice. You hate to see it, Mario.
I don't remember, bro. I don't know. I'm not paying attention, y'all. Anyway,
Picking on the elderly.
Advanced age, bro.
and wise and wisdom, and yeah, I'm going with tech, y'all. That's it.
I don't have any of these figures. So I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Miles just to represent the Boricuas.
There you go, baby. Sentinel, baby. Up next, third-party figure of the year, Kurosaki Ichigo by Game Toys, the Gunslinger by Lim Toys, Cloud Strife by Virtual Toys, the Fiend by Toys Era, and Hush by SSR. This one's hard, man. This is a hard category. The Cloud Strife, Dean really enjoyed that one, and I think it was a great figure. The Fiend, one of the best, one of the just most, I think, intricate third-party figures, like the glider, the paint apps, the sculpting. CC says, "Careful, Zach. Elderly abuse is a felony."
Jesus.
Lim Toys, the Gunslinger, though, is
Good looking out,
such
CC.
a jam-packed figure. This is a hard one, and to be honest, I did vote for Gunslinger, but easily you could go with any of these figures. Maybe not the Hush Batman. I do like the figure, but it's way too fucking tall. I would say 4 of these are really close. And this Ichigo by Game Toys is going for like $800. That thing is like fucking nuclear.
I'm
hot.
selling it. I got one for sale.
Jesus.
You got both versions.
Both. Dean, what are you thinking for third party? I don't even feel like I even need to ask you. I already know what you're going to pick.
Yeah, I mean, bias is included. I'm going Cloud.
But that's the thing. You can provide a bias. It's your personal vote, my guy.
Right. But I will say this, just in case, someone might not know who the fuck Cloud is. The quality is really good. The tailoring is amazing. The accessories are great. The base, if you get I guess it's the exclusive version. The base is almost like a mini statue. It's fucking incredible. But objectively, if I'm really pitting all these against each other, I'm probably going Gunslinger, because that motherfucker is packed to the brim with shit. Like, that's a fantastic figure. But my bias is included. I'm going Cloud.
I'm gonna have to go. I do agree the Gunslinger is jam packed. I think the accessories were phenomenal, all die cast, but I have to go the Fiend. I think that figure was well executed, and the glider that he came with, wow, top notch.
Okay, so I'm going Ichigo, obviously. I have reasons why, but I want to say
Is that the
that
Ichikuchi you had?
It's the Ichi come, Ichi go.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Ooh,
dumbass.
The Hush figure, I didn't like the body underneath it. I feel like they should have used the Fison body there, because it doesn't make sense to me to have that and then like have the joints and stuff when the Fison wouldn't even get damaged. It wouldn't even matter. So I think they should have done that. The Fiend I don't think it's as great as everybody says. We wanted a goblin, so that's why everybody loves it. And the glider is amazing, but the figure can't stay on it worth a damn. And the suit, the sculpted parts are good, but the material they use for the actual suit part is sticky. It sticks to itself. It wasn't lined up correctly, so his abs are all like diagonal on a lot of them. That was an issue it had coming out. So the Fiend is good overall, but against it doesn't. I don't think it deserves a best of anything award. I don't know Cloud, and I'm sure that's a great figure. And then the Gunslinger arguably is a good winner. But Ichigo, it comes with its own custom body that they made specifically for this figure. Now, maybe it has the same thing that the Batman has into where he's too big, because it is fucking huge. But it comes with 3 different head sculpts. You can purchase another body and pose it in 2 different outfits. It comes with die-cast swords. A shit ton of hand options, and so I think that one deserves it.
Fucking Manny out here choosing violence, dude.
Wow,
yeah,
Manny says that. What, Eddie? You just can't
Manny
pose?
Come out with a
dude. Tell Manny to come on to Pose Wars.
Lie. Manny, you
I want to see Manny
go
join
up
Pose
against me on my worst day.
Oh, Pose Wars next Wednesday. It's going down.
Isn't it tomorrow?
No, we're talking SDCC tomorrow.
See, Manny takes better pictures than me, so he likes to talk shit because he could take a picture and make it look good. That don't mean shit about posing. Okay, Manny?
Tony Montana, political refugee from Cuba.
You gabagool.
Mario, any of these tickle your fancy, my guy?
Gunslinger. And that's it.
P-Rock.
Cloud. I don't have any of these, but I've all my soul and I will purchase first.
Wow, look at that. The gauntlet has been thrown. The Pose War is on. I'm excited. I can't wait. Best head sculpt. We're starting with Upgrade Suit Spider-Man by Hot Toys. Captain Rex by Hot Toys. Captain America by Hot Toys. 2 captains in the same thing. Gandalf the Grey by Asmus. And Kylo Ren by Hot Toys. For me, Gandalf the Grey. One of the most ambitious ideas to do the Crown series. It's basically Asmus's version of a DX figure. Every single sculpt is hand-rooted. And I think with a tiny bit of futzing, like out of the box, I think some of them do look a little bad. But with a little bit of futzing, you can get this looking absolutely incredible. And that's why I voted for Gandalf the Grey by Asmus.
You know, Zach, I might have to go the same route on this one. I don't think any Gandalf sculpt has quite come as close as this one has. The Peter Parker, we've seen that sculpt before, just different hair. It's just kind of like whatever. Same thing goes for Captain Rex. It's what's his face with a different haircut.
Obadiah Stane is his name, right?
Although I will say I was super impressed with the Kylo Ren. It came out way better than the promo shots. But I think I'm going to go Gandalf on this one. Because seeing it in hands, I was blown away at how good this head sculpt was.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. Yeah. I'll go with Rex. I just think he looks identical to, what's his name? Tamora Morrison?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think it's just it's a spot-on portrait.
Tukatri says even the Viper Studios Gandalf sculpt. I mean, that one's good, but it's also like $1,000 for the figure. So, and it wasn't nominated.
Are the eyes on Gandalf not bad in person?
Mark's looks really good. I think people want to complain about it.
You guys haven't seen it in person?
With the light at the lights,
I haven't seen it in person because Steven hasn't gotten his.
Trying to make me vote for something you don't even fucking.
Well, Mark took some really goddamn good pictures, dude.
In certain angles, the eyes do look sunken in, but they're not that bad.
You have it
He's
in
an
person,
old man.
Yeah.
Okay, if you look at him in person, though, his eyes in the movie are very sunken in. He's got real big bags on his eyes.
I mean, he's got bags, but his eyes aren't in the back of his head.
Don't you have this figure?
No, I have it on pre-order. It's been.
So what's the one that you did?
The sideshow one. And then I have the Asmus, the first version. This is the second.
How many Gandalfs do you need?
Dean had.
Do you want to know the answer to that question? Because there's quite a few in my collection.
I was gonna vote for this one because Dean had me with the fact that we've seen Tom Holland's head before, and the Rex is just another Cody with different hair. But they're still better. That doesn't mean they're not better than the Gandalf. That just means they've been around before. But so I think I gotta go, and I don't think the Adam Driver head is that as good as everybody says it is. So I'm gonna go with Rex.
Really? Captain Rex.
Dude, who said Adam Driver gives good head?
Wow. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Mario, my guy.
What an idiot. Look at him, he's dying.
This was a difficult choice in my opinion. I mean, the Gandalf. I can appreciate the sculpt that they did along with everything rooted, but I don't think it's the likeness is as strong as some of the other ones that are in this category. You guys make great points about Rex. It does look amazing, but yeah, we've seen it before, but that still doesn't take away anything that this is still an incredible sculpt. I thought the Spidey, it looks good, but I don't think it's as good as the original release. The Captain America, I think that's a great update from the portrait that we've seen all these years. It came out really, really good. I have this one in hand, and it looks amazing. But I'm going for the Kylo Ren because I do have this in hand, and Eddie, in my opinion, does look that good. I mean, the way that they changed this thing from prototype to production, complete 180, and it looks absolutely amazing in hand. And I'm going for the Kylo Ren.
Wow.
I would have went the Rex route, but just the fact having Gandalf in hand and just seeing the work they put into all the hair. And like I said, the eyes, certain angles, if you're looking at it from underneath, they look bad, but it's not a bad figure to me. It's Gandalf. Just anytime somebody goes to my collection and they see that, they automatically know it's Gandalf right away. So I'm going to have to go with Gandalf.
Wow, look at that. Gandalf getting 3 of the panel votes. Best 1/6 scale, starting with the Croissant Guard. Really nice figure there. Captain Rex by Hot Toys. Mysterio by Hot Toys. Mandalorian and the Child by Hot Toys, which, Jesus Christ, this figure was a fucking civil war to get on this list. And Miles Morales by Hot Toys. Honestly, for me, I think it's the Croissant Guard. It's a simple figure. I've said it before. It's a simple figure done perfectly, and I think the weathering is perfect. The articulation is really good. The accessories are really good. They gave you that little the vibro staff or whatever. Just an absolutely stunning figure, and yeah, I mean, for me this is the best of 1/6 for this year. With that being said, Captain Rex is really good too, but I just think this is just done really well, and I like it.
I like it a lot.
I will say, Zach, you're 100% right about the Coruscant Guard. My only thing is you kind of need more than one. You only need one Captain Rex, so I'm going Captain Rex.
I respect that.
Fucking stunning figure. Paint's a little weird. It's kind of green.
And that's that's one of my only reasons why Coruscant Guard over Rex.
But like that's such an easy thing to overlook. You could just, I mean, even on the shelf, it's like no clone armor is exactly like the other. So
no kidding. I mean,
like,
they released it with all that green paint, so it's obvious. It is easy to overlook.
Why are you not on mute? What is happening? Which is good. Yeah. So I just think it's a fucking stunning figure, and I waited. I think this was supposed to come out at the end of last year, wasn't it?
Yes.
So I waited a long time for this, and when I finally got it, I did not feel underwhelmed. I felt like I got what I was waiting for. So I'm going Rex.
Riley Ramirez says, "Where's Venom? Venom was not nominated." So that's how this thing works, my guy.
Yeah, you know what's also surprising too is that the Coruscant Guard is on here, but the 501st Deluxe isn't. You know, that's kind of shocking.
Wasn't nominated. It was nominated for best figure of the year, though, the 501st, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that one's an amazing deal for what you're getting. All these figures are really good. I think the Mysterio looks incredible with all the details that it came with. Even the Miles from what I'm seeing, it's a phenomenal looking figure. All the accessories, and again with the Bodega Cat, I really like that. That's a nice touch. The Coruscant Guard, I love it. That's like the Shock Trooper is like probably one of my favorite designs in the Clone Trooper. The Mandalorian, the Child, it's a nice set, but I don't know if it deserves this nomination in my opinion. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Rex. I just love the entire presentation of this thing. I'm looking at it right now, and I hardly even noticed the whole the legs with the little green tint. I completely forgot about it until you actually brought it up right now. But even though it doesn't come with the most accessories, it does come with a good amount. But it's an amazing figure nonetheless, and I think they absolutely nailed the character altogether. So I'm going with Rex.
I would love to go with Rex, but I don't have that figure yet, so I'm not picking it out of spite. The Coruscant Guard is one of my favorite figures to pose. I don't think I've ever had as much fun posing a figure as I have with that figure. I don't know why. The only difference between that and the 501st is the ratcheted hip or leg joints or whatever, but it makes a huge difference. It was really fun to pose, but I don't think, considering the accessories, it's the best out of all of these on the list. Mysterio, same issue, doesn't have enough to say that it's the best 1/6. I was a fan of the head sculpt. I know most people didn't like it. I thought it looked good, but I don't think it wins for that. So it's a toss-up between Miles and Mando for me. It's a hard choice, but I guess I would choose Mando just because of the posability options without having to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to pick Mando for the memes too.
Jesus Christ. About ready to end the whole empire, dude. You kidding me? It was fucking wild.
But if you don't pick it, I want to see the hell that Dean brings down on them for not winning. I don't know. I'm going Mando.
For me personally, I'm in the same boat as Eddie. I'm gonna go Mando as well, and the reason I'm going for it, besides Hot Toys' business practices, in my opinion, and what they did, just to take this figure straight for what we got, and how exciting it was to see the release and then get it in hand. I was super excited to get it, especially the scene you can do from the show, the accessories, getting the pram, and like exactly what Alvin said. If all drama aside with what was done business wise, I have to give it to Mando, because I just think it was well executed, and the presence on the shelf and what you can do, the scenes you could get from the movie or from the show rather, is it's my pick.
All right, I'm gonna have to go. As much as I want to go Mysterio, I don't have that figure, but if I did have that figure, he would probably go first. But I'm gonna go Rex, because just Rex, like Mario said, it came out awesome. He does have decent amount of accessories. It's just, you could pose him fine too. I love Rex. I like the way he came out. It's just like I said, it would be Mysterio, but I don't have Mysterio, so I have to stick with figures I do have. Rex is a good figure.
Wow. Up next, Statue of the Year, we got Mando and the Child by Iron Studios, Gandalf versus the Balrog by Prime One, Catwoman by Tweeterhead, Mythos Asajj Ventress by Sideshow, and Silver Surfer by Sideshow. I'm going Gandalf versus Balrog. I just think that statue is incredible. If I won the lottery tomorrow, that would be the first collectible I would buy.
I believe I also chose Gandalf and the Balrog, but the Catwoman was pretty tempting. Go back to it real quick.
Which one? Sorry.
The Catwoman?
Can't hear you, Dean.
Yeah, talk in your mic, please.
I am talking on my mic. I'm literally
no, you're
holding
not.
it.
Like, you gotta put it in the back of your throat.
Oh! Yeah, I think I went with Gandalf, but the Catwoman was really close because it's a really good statue. But yeah, I went with Balrog because it has a light up feature, and that's always cool.
I am so freaking torn right now. I haven't even voted yet. All of these freaking pieces are phenomenal. Oh, the Catwoman. It came out so good. I really like that one a lot. The Iron Studios Mandalorian. You know, we just did an unboxing on that not too long ago. I think it's the best representation of the Mandalorian that's out there currently, in my opinion. The Silver Surfer. It's a cool piece. It's not that much fan of a pose, but I mean, it does look great on the shelf. The Asajj Ventress, man. Oh, she's such a good freaking piece. She has so much presence, and there's so much going on in this piece. And I am legit torn between Asajj on this list between Asajj and the Balrog. The Balrog is absolutely incredible as well. I don't have it in hand, but just from everything from what I've seen, it's amazing. There's so much going on in this piece. You know, with the light up features, but you know, with the base and all the intricate details that are going on in that entire setup. I mean, even with Gandalf, I mean, it tells a huge story with his piece and the light up features too. It's like, shit, I don't know. I mean, I'm legit torn on this one. So that being said, just because I have it in hand, I'm gonna go with Asajj.
Wow.
This one's hard. Really hard. I think for me it's between the Catwoman and the Balrog as well. I have issues with all of the other ones. I love the Silver Surfer. It's one of my favorite sculpted pieces, but there was a lot of issues with paint and things, and a lot of QC issues with this statue. The Asajj, I know Mario loves it, and I love the piece, but the paint on the base was done horribly, in my opinion. I've seen it in person, and I remember, I don't know if I messaged you guys, but I remember, like, geez, it was bad. It felt bad to me. The Mando, same thing, it had paint issues. It's probably better than the Sideshow one, but I still don't like it that much. The Catwoman I like, but I don't think that it holds a candle to the Balrog. So I think it's Balrog all the way on this one. It's insane. Look at the fucking base.
Yeah.
The detail on the rock, and it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, hands down, Gandalf versus the Balrog. Hands down. It doesn't compete with anything else, in my opinion. That's my vote.
You shall not pass. My vote.
I changed it to Catwoman.
Wow, damn near unanimous. Still, that's not a bad freaking. That was a hard one, guys.
Yeah, that was a hard category, and I used. The voting was so close on that one; it could have easily been 6-7 statues. But I took a look at y'all's video and from last week, and that helped out, kind of shaping the final 5. Figure of the Year: 501st Trooper by Hot Toys, Mysterio by Hot Toys, Captain Rex by Hot Toys, Miles Morales by Sentinel, and Ahsoka Tano by Hasbro. I would probably go with this list, either Captain Rex or Miles. And I think I'm going to go with Miles by Sentinel. It honestly was the best thing I unboxed this year. And it was so good, I bought 2 of them.
Dean?
Yeah, I'm going Captain Rex. I do like the 501st Deluxe. But there's just something about the comma, the pauldron, the ammo pouches, the little fucking antenna. And you get one of the other helmets anyway, also. One of the Ahsoka helmets. So I'm going Rex.
Yeah, no, you're right, Dean. It does. You do get one of those Ahsoka helmets with Rex, but I'm going with the 501st, man. There's so much value in that set, and I bought 3 of them just because I can display them in 3 different options. So, yeah, I'm going for the 501st Deluxe. Easy.
I think I'm going for the 501st as well. I'd like to go Rex, but I don't have it yet. And the 501st, to me, feels like it's cheap compared to what they're giving us now. You don't see shit at this price anymore with this much accessories. Like they could have now if that had been announced today, that shit would easily be $295, $285, whatever. So I'm going 501st.
What's going on, Steve? I'm actually going to skip these nominations. I'm not satisfied with these nominations, to be honest.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to actually skip this one.
All right.
What would you have?
Wait, what are you not seeing here?
No, I'm not. Maybe not saying satisfied is not the right word to say. I don't like any of these figures. That's my whole thing. It's not. It is what it is. We didn't really get much last year, I guess. But these aren't any figures that piqued. Nothing I picked up doesn't pique my interest whatsoever.
All right, that's respectable.
Yeah.
I'll go with 501st also. I mean, Eddie took my idea I was going to say before about the price. This, unfortunately, is going to be the last figure we get in the Star Wars line for $250 with that amount of accessories. Rex is a close second, but like Mario, I got 3 of these guys also. Just the fact that I can have one display with each helmet.
Yeah.
Just the amount of accessories and the value you get for this figure for the price. So I'll go with 501st.
Dope.
What were we saying, Mario?
Zach is. No, I was gonna say if you're speaking, you're muted. You were muted.
Oh yeah, no. With that being said, you guys can. Okay, you didn't talk into your mic for half the show, so be coming.
Yeah, shut up.
With that being said, you guys can nominate now. Voting closes December 13th, and the winners announced December 14th. Winner of the drawing will get a $100 gift card to any online collectible store that you want. So that's the link right there in QR form, and then we'll drop it one more time in the chat for you. We did have some movie news. Let's just blow through this real quick. Kingpin rumored to be in episodes 4, 5, and 6 of the Marvel Studios Disney Plus Hawkeye show. It'll be a fat suit and a CGI to bring him close to comic accuracy. Sony reveals that they're continuing Tom Holland's journey as Peter Parker with Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6 in the works. Our movie of the week was Willow. Let's pull up the synopsis here. Enter the world of Willow, journey to the far corners of your imagination, to a land of myth and magic where dream and reality live side by side, to a place that never existed, a time that never was. It is a world where a young man named Willow lives out an adventure that explodes beyond the boundaries of his own hopes and fears. I think this movie was pretty good. I've had such a long day today that I don't feel like I was able to really be as patient with this movie as I needed to be. I loved Warwick Davis's character. I loved Val Kilmer as Mad Mardigan. This film has like a banger list of actors and a banger list of the people that were involved in it. Directed by Ron Howard, and I know George Lucas also had a part in this. It feels like at times it felt very low budget, and at other times it felt very high budget. I think the world building was great. I did like it, but I also saw probably one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in a long time today in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yes. And honestly, it was hard for me to even like want to watch another movie today. I should have watched this movie yesterday, to be completely honest. Yeah. But this was a good movie. I'll be completely honest. I've never seen it before today. I think I've seen like one small part of it with those weird pig dogs. I remember that from my childhood. But I think it was a good movie. And Val Kilmer is amazing in this movie. I fucking loved him in this movie. But on the whole, I feel like it was just a touch too long. I think like hour 45, sure, but 2 hours and 5 minutes is a little bit long for me. I think it was good though. Ghostbusters Afterlife was honestly one of the best movies I've seen. Okay, let's get this fucking guy out of here. Wow. I think Ghostbusters Afterlife was just one of the most amazing films I've ever seen, and it was.
We're not talking about Ghostbusters today. We're talking about Willow. Stop talking about
Willow. Crap today, guys.
Willow is amazing. Willow is a feel-good movie, a fantasy film. Great characters, like you said, memorable cast. The CGI leaves a little bit to be desired, but this is an old film. Not crazy old. It came out after Return of the Jedi.
I don't think CGI was a thing back then, bro.
Yeah, it should have been a little better than it was, but like Zach said, sometimes it feels very low budget, and then other times it feels fucking like fantastical. Warwick Davis, he was, I think, 17 when they started filming this movie. He was never a leading role. He was always like in the Star Wars movies, he was like a creature in the back. Like you didn't really know talking. So for him to then jump into a leading role in the movie, I think he did incredibly well. Val Kilmer, super amazing. He's like the Han Solo of this movie, kind of like a
there was a line he says where I was like, dude, that's fucking. He's like, it's dangerous out there, something like that. And I was like, that's fucking Han Solo.
Him and that chick.
Definitely the Han Solo movie. Yeah, with the cross-dressing scene. He's like this, like kind of like the bad guy, like kind of you don't trust him, and he's kind of like, I don't know if this guy has my best interest at heart. But then he turns around and becomes this great hero, and you see him evolve and prove his worth, and you're like, wow, what a great character. Also, Sorsha, she's like this female character that starts off as an antagonist and then joins the team. She's fantastic. I kind of wish they did more with her character, because like when she becomes good, she's just kind of there. She doesn't really do anything anymore, which is kind of upsetting. But yeah, this movie is incredible. It's fun. There's a lot of I don't even like the sets aren't there. They're paintings like in Star Wars, like with the Death Star and stuff, and they put the actors on the paintings. Those paintings are absolutely incredible. The sets of this movie are stunning. I think a lot of people don't give this movie a fair shake, like Zach over here.
What the fuck? I said it was a good movie. I just didn't really like it as much as... I mean, you were hyping this up like this was like the greatest film. Like people were saying it changed their life, bro. This film did not change my life.
This movie did change my life. Okay, one of the things that happens in this movie is Warwick Davis is walking, and this guy on a horse comes running through, and he says, "Out of the way, Peck!"
He just jumps out the way.
Dude, my parents they still say that to me today. Like if we're doing
Peck?
something, yes, they'll say, "Out of the way, Peck." That's like something that like I've lived with literally my entire life.
You're far from a peck too. That's fucking.
You're a whole ass bird, dude.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Jesus, a whole ass bird.
Right. Anyway, like this movie really is like I love this movie. It has like a really special place in my heart. Eddie was nice enough to share a promo video that apparently, Danny, we indeed are getting a sequel.
Oh, great!
Is it a series or a movie?
It's a movie.
I don't know.
Okay, I think it'll be on Disney Plus, but it still counts, and I'm really excited to see it because this movie is awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I've also never seen this until now. I've always, the only thing, it never really appealed to me after Return of the Jedi came out, because I knew Warwick Davis, was Wicket, but I really had no interest in seeing it. You know what I mean? That being said, it was pretty cool. I did enjoy I thought he was great in it. Oh, overall, he's a great character. You know what threw me off though was that damn baby. As far as the
Ugly
expressions,
baby,
the expressions on the face. I mean, it was like the baby was like an old person. I mean, just making like, I don't know, just the weirdest expressions. Depending on the situation. Like it wasn't crying or much or anything, but they would just make these weird faces, and I just like completely like what the threw me off a bit. I don't know. Yeah, and I was just trying to see Val Kilmer in here. I mean, he looks hella young. I mean, I recognized him after a little bit, but at first I was like, oh shit, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, I agree with the fact how you guys are talking, how he's like kind of like a Han Solo type of character. I can see that. And the whole cross-dressing scene too. I mean, that shit was pretty funny as well. But yeah, no, I did enjoy it. It was a pretty cool movie, Dean. So yeah, glad I watched it.
I fucking love this movie. It does change your life, but maybe that's because we saw it as kids. I don't know, and then like, if your parents love it, and like Dean said, like if they're saying shit you don't know about, and you watch it and you, I don't know, you love it. It's a feel good movie, and that was a good way to describe it. It's the story, it's the progression of the characters, I guess. It's Willow. He starts off as like, he's not really sure about himself, even though, you know, he's a good guy. He's a good sorcerer. He has the capability to be one, and he's unsure. And by the end of the movie, you know, he has friends and he believes in himself. And so that's one thing about it. The music is fucking amazing. I don't know if that's like the score or whatever. I know people are always talking about the music in movies is great. It's like, I know I've said Jurassic Park and Star Wars have that theme where you hear it and you get goosebumps. The Willow theme also gives me goosebumps when I hear it, the song that plays. And so that's another thing about it. I fucking love Val Kilmer. I mean, he's my favorite fucking Batman. So that's one thing. I love the actor. So he does a great job as Mad Mardigan. His dynamic with Saoirse and with Eric, I think it is, or Eric, whatever, like he's always like giving him shit, like you're a piece of shit fucking scoundrel or whatever, kind of like Han Solo. He's always giving him shit. That whole thing, it has so many quotable lines, this movie, like the Peck, out of the way, Peck, or he's like, don't call me Peck, and he's like, Peck. And then the little fucking guys,
I love those guys.
Are they brownies? What are they? The little guys.
Yeah,
there?
brownies.
Those guys always talking shit to each other, and he's like, "Your mother was a lizard."
Yeah.
You guys know I love your mama jokes, and so that shit is hilarious to me. John mentioned it in the chat earlier. The Burgle cut is fucking hilarious. Fucking scumbag.
I like that guy.
Yeah. He's like, they're going out on this adventure, and they're like, oh, we should take Vonkar. He's the strongest warrior. We got to take him on the adventure. He's like, no. This guy's got to watch the village. He's the strongest. We can't have him out of here. And he's like, you know what? They need a leader. You need to go on the adventure with him. And he's like, and he calls Vonkar. He fucking calls him because he's like, you can't leave without him. This fucking guy. That's fucking hilarious. It's just a really good movie. Now, even as a kid, when I saw the fucking dragon and stuff, I was like, Jesus, what is this? Like, what kind of effects? Because even Star Wars comes out around the same time, and I never thought Star Wars CGI was bad. So when I saw this, I was like, geez, this could use some work here. That does a little bit take you out of it for a moment, but not a ton for me.
Practical effects show.
So I love this movie. Dude, isn't Migosh could be the original Samwise. He fucking sticks it out with Willow the whole time. He's by his side. Willow and fucking Migosh are Samwise and Frodo.
Wow.
To me, anyway. But yeah, I fucking love this. I'm a little worried.
Interesting, actually.
I didn't want to fucking pick this movie because I didn't want it ripped apart. You guys have saved me that, but I have a feeling John's gonna take it out.
Hang on, before John gets into it, there was this one scene, because I feel like John's about to go in. There was this one scene where there was like a fight, a bit of commotion, and Willow he fucking just lays down and trips this guy with his whole body, and I laughed for like 5 minutes straight, dude. I got to pause the movie. I was like, Jesus, I hope they paid this man extra, dude. They were flipping his ass around, dude. Either the stuntman or whatever. That dude was fucking wild.
I'll be respectful. I'm not gonna be like you guys on Richie Rich. I think Richie Rich is
He's still mad about that.
Still a classic. Actually, I was on whatever. Never mind. Willow,
no, please continue. Whatever thought that was.
There's a Facebook page called 90s Nostalgia, and the other day they actually posted the cover of Richie Rich, and I think I tagged you guys in it. But regardless, 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. 137.6 million box office. That's a lot for back in the day. But
yeah, 2 Academy Award nominations too.
You get. I'll be respectful, Eddie. Come on. You get a lot of Star Wars vibes from this movie. A lot of them. Those 2 little guys we were talking about, Brownins or what are they called?
Brownies.
Brownies, yeah.
Those guys remind me of Ewoks.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the score. There were a lot of musical tones. The score will remind me of Star Wars. When Willow goes to speak to the woman that gives him the wand, the fairy, and she's like, "Follow your destiny." Or pursue your destiny. That was 100% like Star Wars. I got so many Star Wars vibes from this movie. But I just think for the cast that was in this movie, it was underwhelming. It was fun. It was a good watch. It was okay, considering I watched half of it in the car and half of it asleep. But it was okay. It was just, I think it was a little bit underwhelming. And to touch Zach's point, I think the reason it was is because it was too long. They could have cleaned it up a bit, made it a little bit shorter. And Eddie, again, I think you bring a good point. I think it's really different watching it as a kid and then watching it now. This is my first time watching it. So I think that really affects the feelings towards the film. But yeah, there was a part, I remember the part in the end where Willow's carrying the baby and he does like an action move and you can literally see that it's a doll. It's not the actual baby.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I noticed. It was in the end when with the fighting scenes between the 2 sorcerers. That's one thing I didn't like, is when the 2 sorcerers met at the end, the queen, the evil queen, and what's her name, Rosalie or something? Rizal. I didn't like that. That was wonked. But it was okay. It was, if you haven't watched it, at least I'd at least pay respect to watch it because it was directed by Ron Howard and the story was by George Lucas. So it's 2 respectable people there, that's for sure.
You brought up something that I remembered talking about the Raziel, and when she's like, because when you meet her, she's not human; she's another creature. And
she's
then
like a little muskrat or something.
Yeah, she's like boasting and bragging about how she's this beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, turn her into a woman. We want to see. We want to see." They turn her. She's an old fucking lady.
Looks like Rose from Titanic when she's older.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. That's fucked up.
Go ahead, B-Rock.
P-Rock, my guy.
I remember watching this movie as a kid. I loved the movie as a kid. I didn't watch it recently.
You motherfucker.
Wow.
So my bad.
He's fired. Get him out of here.
But I do know they're making a sequel. I did see that the same actor is going to be playing Willow. So I'm looking forward to that.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's still kicking.
He doesn't look that much. I mean, he looks older. But
he's got gray hair
looks
now.
Good.
Looks the same, just with gray hair. Short hair.
Love to see
They're probably going to show him and the queen, the new queen, like the baby grown up, which will be nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is a classic movie.
We're starting Christmas movies this cycle, right, Mario?
That's affirmative.
And I believe you get to pick. I think we gave you that honor again. You get to pick the first Christmas movie.
Don't fucking... Please.
What?
Pick
what?
Die Hard.
I don't want to say it because I don't want to pick.
Say it.
No,
Say
I'm
it.
not fucking saying it.
Say it.
I'm not.
Say it.
Jingle All the Way.
Well, say it so I know not to pick
How
it.
did you know? How
Is
did
that
you
it?
know?
You don't like Jingle All the Way?
I fucking love
Listen, guys.
Jingle All the Way.
Listen, I understand. I love Arnold. God damn. Yeah. No, I don't like.
I'm
Sinbad
shocked.
saved that movie.
I'm
Sinbad
shocked that you
saved
don't like
but-
Jingle All the Way because you like those like
That's
classic
like the
kid.
quintessential.
That's like
Christmas
iconic.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
I'm shocked, Eddie.
Wow.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, okay, so that's going to be off the list. You know what? I'm going to pick National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh,
what a
That
legend,
was a movie.
bro.
I
What a
freaking loved that
legend,
movie
bro.
growing up as a kid. That's a must-watch every
Never watched
freaking
it.
year, dude.
I've
So-
never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to love
You never
it.
seen
Oh,
it?
man.
You need
It
to
is
watch it, bro.
Fucking hilarious.
But I always.
Zach, you can't see the line, can you?
Eddie and I weren't born.
It's on
I watch it.
HBO Max for those that have it. And it
Mhm.
is a fucking Christmas classic, bro.
Hold on. Where do the Canadians
Christmas
watch it?
classic. I don't know, VHS probably.
Jesus
Anyway, so that is
Christ.
our movie of the week. Real quick, I just want to show you guys an update on the Falcon. It is pretty
no
much
one
done.
cares.
I think I might want to do a little bit of a brown wash just to brown it up a
Seems
bit. And I still need to add the TIE Fighter damage on the left side of the disc. That's pretty much it. I want to give you guys a quick
That
update.
came out so good, dude.
Does it fly?
They fly now. Dean, let's say thank you to the Patreonies, please.
Real quick, I wanted to say one more thing about Willow because Eddie brought
Jesus Christ, Dean, we're fucking Willow 2's almost out and you're still talking.
Jesus.
Well, Eddie brought up the music for Willow, like that amazing kind of swelling, kind of beautiful. They used the theme song for Willow for movie trailers for years, and one of the first cuts of the Jurassic Park trailer used the Willow theme song.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's
someone
cool.
was talking about that on. I watched a YouTube video about things you didn't know about Willow.
Cool.
I thought that was cool. Okay, and yeah, let's thank the Patreonies. It's time.
Thanks for that.
Sean Fear, Ian Seaby, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Lemur Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Schwab Bretta, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, what a handsome guy, Ruben K.S. Rivera Jr., Sweet Danny Lee, he's in the chat, Deanie Martin, Stephen Crabb, Big Olford, King Zach, Caesar Mariquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick Gigagorio, Alvin Jules, the beautiful, the kind, the everyday collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azacina, the illustrious Rainer, Alad Morgan, Bo LeBoyd, Jimmy James, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Justin Contreras, Eddie Manzanares, Joe Chet Beeks Corbus, Louis Bennett, Kevin Vegar, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, and Brenton Palmer. What did you say, Zach?
Do you say Hernandez?
I don't think I did.
Anyways, Sweet Angels, every single one of you guys. For December, our stickers of the month are the episode 200 holo sticker. Look at that. That is a fucking beautiful sticker. And then we have the Money Mendez stickers coming soon. Those will be shipped probably into the month of December. So stay tuned for that. We have 3 tiers. The Sweet Angel tier at $5, which is stickers and access to Ox After Dark. The 15, which is figure fix assistance and a certified crispy certificate. And the $25 tier, which is doubles of everything we send, and a signed 18x24 silhouette poster on your first pledge. Big shout out to everyone that supports the network and keeps us going. We have Small Talk, CW Live, OFAC, Live and Let Dice, In and Outs of Collecting, the Ringcast, Bricks and Brews, After Dark, and Live Unboxing as part of the network. This week we have CW Live, Live Unboxing Monday at 9, Collecting Weekly Live Tuesday at 8:30, After Dark tomorrow at 10:30. We're doing Mario's SDCC showcase with Rainer and Yutzi. OFAC podcast Thursday at 2:30, and then I think Sunday we still have a time that we're working on for Bricks and Brews, so stay tuned for that. John, can you read off our socials, please?
Yeah, of course. Follow us on Facebook, our main page, Collecting Weekly. We also have our great group where we all chat, share photos, post anything we have up for sale. That's Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. On Instagram, you can follow at Collecting Weekly, at Collecting Weekly _clips, where we put all the funny bloopers and funny moments from all our shows. You can follow at the _everyday_collector, just updates comics, statues, a little bit of everything. In and Outs of Collecting, follow us there as well. That's everything to do with statues.
Yep, love to see that. We have TeePublic as well if you want to buy some swag. I think it's on sale like pretty much all throughout this month. Shirts start at $13. All of our favorite memes from our show are in t-shirt form. Friends of the show, we got 6 Scale Scavengers. They just had an episode yesterday. It was a really solid one. Optical 20, PJ the Paradox Nerd, KG Collector, JB Collection, Rogue 16, Boogie Manny, Juan from Third Party Reviews, DCX, 16 Scale Man, John the Everyday Collector, Will Fox Vacation, Just Another Friday Night, 6 Scale Reviews, Casual Nerd Problems, Cash to Gemini, P-Rockzilla, and 16 Fix. Be sure to subscribe to those guys because they make some amazing content that you don't want to miss. P-Rock, what do you got going on your channel?
I just posted up a review today. I got I finished recording a review today. Just got to edit it, post it tomorrow. Just a few more reviews and live stream on Sunday.
Hell yeah, my guy. What are you talking about on Sunday?
Just gonna do a recap of like the stuff going on throughout the week of collecting.
Very cool. Very
some
cool.
New Godzilla pieces coming out. I want to talk about too.
Shout out to everyone who was in the chat today. Amazing chat. Stuck with us for almost 3 hours. If you voted already or nominated, big shout out to you guys. Drop the link one more time. Voting will close December 13th. And definitely get those votes in. It helps us kind of pick a well-rounded winner for each category. And we don't have too many complaints at the end when it's all said and done. But do you guys have any shout outs you want to give before we kick this one off?
Shout out to I'm gonna give a shout out real quick to Rainer's dad. It was a pleasure meeting him, and just for coming out to Cali. Shout out to Rainer, seeing him also at SCCC, and shout out to Yeast meeting up with the boys down there. Man, it was a fun time.
Was it a big difference, Mario, compared to the previous?
This was my first time going, bro.
Okay.
So I can definitely tell the lack of con that's usually there.
That's good to have fun.
Anyone else have any shout outs they want to give?
Shout out P-Rock for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Shout out to Eddie making a clutch appearance, bro, on CW. Love to see it.
Well, if we're gonna all shout out each other, I'm gonna give a shout out to Mario too. For he had a bit of a family emergency, but he still pulled through and came in for the team and stuff. Like, big
Thanks,
appreciation for that.
Mario is the good guy.
What an angel.
He's okay.
Only when he's sleeping.
Jesus.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Mario.
I'm Eddie.
I'm fantastic.
I'm P-Rockzilla. Not fantastic.
Catch you on the next episode.